Namaste, I'm Vedagurudev, and today I'm going to share a proven spiritual system that's already helped thousands experience deep transformation. When you join the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, here's exactly what you'll get. Weekly deep dive classes, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bi-monthly Holy Fire Yagna ceremonies to clear energetic blocks. Weekly Satsangs and Q&A, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Instant access to over 200 plus on-demand classes on asanas, pranayama, mantra japa, and meditation. Direct VIP access to me for daily mentorship and support. This is not just information, it's direct transmission, guidance, and transformation. Thousands have already said yes to the Kriya Yoga path. And if you're here now, something inside you is ready to. Click the Join Now button below, choose your membership, and begin your journey to inner freedom today. See you inside the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.
Welcome to our October 8th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang here at the Kriya Yoga School. As you could see, we're joined by our very honored and auspicious guests, and I will say each of our deities, each of our devis, each of our goddesses, each of our ascended masters mantra 3 times with love and devotion. We'll start with Goddess Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of infinite abundance, wealth, and prosperity. And I will say her mantra 3 times with love and devotion. Om Sharim Kleem Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Om Sharim Kleem Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Om Sharim Kleem Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Next to her, the highest of them all, Adi Yogi, the first yogi, pure consciousness himself, Lord Shiva. And I will say his mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Next to Lord Shiva is his son, Lord Ganesha, remover of all obstacles, Lord of success. And I will say Lord Ganesha's mantra 3 times also with love and devotion. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. And in the front, the fountainhead of Kriya Yoga, the deathless, immortal Himalayan yogi, Babaji himself, our beloved Sadguru. And I will say Babaji's Mula mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. And last but not least, the deathless immortal Himalayan yogini, pure Shakti, pure Kriya Yoga Shakti herself, Mataji. And I will say Mataji's Mula mantra 3 times also with love and devotion. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. So now that we have welcomed all our very auspicious honored guests, it's time to start our October 8th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang. My certificate.
Yeah, the energy
was
blew
blown
your
away.
certificate.
Oh, well, it's live. It's not Memorex, so
Yeah,
these things happen.
it is
you know?
live.
So, yeah, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Vedagurudev. Daily Kriya Yoga videos, daily Babaji quotes, very great insights. Also, Mantra Monday. We just finished our Mantra Monday. And for Goddess Parvati Devi. So that's a good one. That will be premiering on Monday. But over 10 mantras on Mantra Monday. Over 500 long form videos answering all questions on the live stream. So subscribe to at Vedagurudev. Watch as many videos as you can so we could get our numbers up over 3,000. We need 700 more watch hours and we'll be over 3,000. So support the Kriya Yoga family and get our watch hours up. A lot of great information and insights on our YouTube channel at Vedagurudev. Also, go to soullender.com. We're connecting souls, uniting hearts, spreading love around the world. Over almost 800 like-minded yogis and yoginis connecting all around the world. We have a map tab. You click on the map tab and you can see location pins from all around the world. See who's close to you. Maybe you find a like-minded yogini so you can make a romantic connection. Maybe you find people that like to practice yoga in your area and you build your soul family. Go to soullender.com. And if you want to join me, Veronica, Paul, Mariana, all of our members practicing Kriya Yoga, mastering the supreme science of Kriya Yoga, go to KriyaYogaMasterclass.com. And I will personally guide you and you will have a personal connection to me. And we'll try to integrate the supreme science of Kriya Yoga into your daily life. So with that, all that said, everything is on the screen. Choose which one resonates best for you, what works best for you, and get started. I'm planting that tree today, not tomorrow, not waiting. Have some tools in your pocket to integrate into your daily life because this Maya delusional world is definitely crazy. So have some kind of tools or some spiritual practice to integrate in your life, and you should be okay. No matter what this crazy world throws at you, you'll be able to overcome it. So with that said, we'll start our October 8th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang with me and Veronica. Namaste, Veronica. How you doing today?
Doing great. Namaste, everybody. I'm happy to be here for yet another satsang. So enjoying the present moment. So, and I think this channel is just so special for like-minded people to be here to talk about Kriya Yoga and spiritual questions. I feel like this is our sacred garden, for a safe place for us all to ask our spiritual questions. So I'm excited to see where the conversation flows. So thank you everybody for coming. And yeah, I guess we'll just dive right in.
If you have any questions, put it in the YouTube chat and we'll answer it wholeheartedly.
Yes.
And welcome to our sacred meditation, mindful garden, a walled garden, a sacred sanctuary here. So no spiritual question is off limits.
No.
And yeah, we'll answer all your questions, because I know it's a lot of misinformation out there, but not a lot of real soulful answers. So we'll try to give you the best soulful answers we can here on our satsang.
Well, we've got Paul backstage. He says, "Namaste, fellow truth seekers. Namaste."
Namaste, Paul. Glad to have you here as always.
Paul says, "I've finally done it, Veronica. I've ordered your beautiful Shiva and Shakti painting on canvas. A 12 by 20 should arrive in about a week. Thank you. Costs only around $40. I can't wait." Wow. And here's
Nice.
the painting right here at the top of the wall. Shiva Shakti coming together.
Yeah, so when we had our 1-year anniversary, we had the divine union of Shiva and Shakti that Veronica painted so beautifully. So that's excellent, Paul. Paul made a big canvas of it. Outstanding. And when you come to our Saturday class, I have a framed one of all 6 of our certificates that Veronica painted. So it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, that's divine timing. We just recorded Pavati. So she's the Shakti of Shiva. So yes,
Right.
I think that's awesome. So yeah, the divine masculine and feminine coming together. That's just so perfect.
The Ida and the Pingala,
Yeah.
the yin and the yang, the solar and the lunar,
Yeah.
the masculine and feminine, the divine union. Without Shakti or Parvati, the universe would just fall apart, right? It's the glue, it's the energy that holds everything into place. So we need masculine and feminine energy to balance us out, right? So
Yeah.
this is a profound thing I learned on the spiritual path also, that too much masculine mantras, I needed some feminine mantras to balance me out, right? I was out of balance, praying to all, Shiva, Ganesha, Muruga, Krishna. I had all the masculine, but it doesn't work unless you balance it out with the feminine. So on Mantra Monday, we do a male deity, a Lord, and we do a female deity, Devi. So to balance the energy, right?
Yeah.
Masculine and feminine, balancing it out.
Yeah, a balance for spiritual growth and self-realization. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and if you join Soul Linder, that's what you'll find. Perfect balance. You'll find your Shiva and Shakti there. Yeah. Just yeah. Maybe that should be our tagline. Find your Shiva and Shakti. It's
Give
so
it a
good.
try. Connecting souls worldwide,
Yeah.
You never know. Your soulmate might be there, or
Yeah.
somebody who shares your same energy and practices yoga in your area. Give it a try. You got nothing to lose.
Someone I can talk to who doesn't think I'm crazy. It'd be a great thing.
Like-minded yogis and yoginis, people walking the spiritual path, almost 800. So hopefully there's somebody there for you. Try it out.
Oh, and we have Zain Ahmad here. He says, "Namaste, all beautiful souls. Namaste."
Namaste, beautiful Zane. Glad to have you here as always. Namaste to all beautiful souls out there.
Yeah, we're all beautiful. Sandy says, "Hi, all. That's amazing, Paul." And then the 3 clappings. So that's my cue to find the clapping. Intense. I don't know. Sandy always reminds me of the clapping. So like, okay, we have sound effects here. Oh, Sandy has another comment. Sandy says, "I love your creativity, Veronica. Was looking at some clips on your channel. The way you arranged the fruit and food planters were totally visually stunning. Was like I could eat it with my eyes." Oh my God, Sandy, thank you. Yeah.
Outstanding. Yeah, I agree. Veronica is a great chef and a great arranger of colors and painting and fruit platters. So keep up the great work, Veronica.
Yeah.
You're doing outstanding.
Well, I think that's all of our greatest gifts is just our creativity, whatever it is inside of us. Whatever it is inside of us, we have to share it. Our imagination is our greatest gift, is what I
Yeah,
believe, anyways.
definitely. Let your soul shine, whatever it is, right?
Sandy said, a feast for the eyes, not just the stomach. Oh, thank you. Very kind of you.
Outstanding. Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's all the comments. I don't have any questions yet piled up. So let me find a question for you. I know I was thinking like when we have illnesses and we understand what our body is communicating, what it needs, we can heal ourselves. For example, like if you have acne, it's a sign that your body needs zinc or vitamin A or omega 3 or arthritis. A sign your joints needs collagen, minerals for repair, brain fog. A sign your body needs B vitamins and electrolytes for clarity, and migraines, a sign your brain needs magnesium and minerals. And I was thinking all these cures are in food, and it's not in what big pharma prescribes these medications for us. But there's no money in like healing ourselves. And I was just thinking it's interesting, like Mother Nature provides everything we need, but we've been diverted to, science. But I don't know, I think we need, the cure is so simple and we just don't even realize it. That was a thought I was having today. So any thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
I would definitely say the money is in the medicine, not the cure. They're they're not trying to cure you. They're just trying to get you attached to some pill, some magic thing that is going to heal you. And they want you to not realize your true inner divinity, your true self, that you can heal yourself. And they want you to think that somebody else out there is going to save you, and the government's going to protect you, the big pharma is going to heal you, this and that. Everything is meant to divert you from your true self. Like once you realize that you have everything you need inside you as you, all you have to do is realize it. Then they can't monetize that, so they're trying to do everything they can for you to give your power to them, and for you to trust them. That's the way they can monetize it. If you realize that happiness is inside you, happiness is internal, not external, they can't monetize that. And that's what they hate. So they're going to do everything to make sure that you need them. And that's how they get money. If you don't need them, you're not going to give them no money. Like,
Yeah.
hello, friend, come over here. Happiness is in a chicken nugget, right? And, if you don't believe that happiness is in a chicken nugget, they can't sell no chicken nuggets, or whatever. Happiness is in a new iPhone 500, whatever, So if you don't believe that happiness is there, they can't sell you. Like, so they'll do everything they can to steal your power away and sell you something that they don't have. If how can they have your happiness when happiness is internal? So they don't want you to come to that realization. Buy this will make you happy. Buy that, it'll make you happy. Buy this pill, it'll heal you whatever you're going through. Like, I like these commercials. When I went to America, some woman running through a field of daisies. I'm so happy that I take this pill, and then it comes to the end and it says, if you feel like you're bleeding out your butt, go see a doctor. If you have,
Oh my.
like real fast at the end, like, what? That don't make me happy. This pill is going to put me on a bridge and I'm going to try to jump off. I'm definitely not taking this pill. But they don't want you to see behind the curtain. They just want to trick your subconscious into thinking that, oh yeah, if I take this pill, I'm going to be running through the field of daisies.
Life will be beautiful.
Life will be so beautiful. This little silly little pill will make me happy, right? But people have been so conditioned their whole life to look for external fixes. But if you realize that all you need to do is do your inner work, how can they make money off that? How can they monetize that? So I mean, me personally, I don't take any pills. I don't take any supplements. I don't take any vitamins. I just that's the my route. I'm a
Yeah.
traditional Himalayan yogi. There are no vitamins up there. The vitamins we get are from the sun, are from the prana, are from nature. And that works perfectly great. So it's almost like a blessing. Like, you don't need all these things you've been taught to think you need. Now, I'm not saying one size fits all. That's just my personal preference. Some people might need some pills, or some people, if I get hit by a bus and my body's broken apart, I'm going to go see the doctor. But anything else, I'm going to try to heal myself internally as much as possible. So all these big pharma, I mean, to me personally, if you ask me, they are the demons in the flesh, right? I saw this
Yeah.
one thing, the like opiates, right? They were invented by this family called the Sackler family, right? And
Mm-hmm.
these are real demons.
They are.
200,000 people per year aren't here because they've gotten people addicted to it, and it's basically they're worse than the cartel. They're selling pill form heroin, and people are sleeping under a bridge, and their life is all messed up because they got addicted to these opiates. So, these are people that will throw you under the bus so they could buy a new boat and won't even think twice about it. So, I'm like I told Paul before, I'm not scared of the devil or demons. I'm scared of these cabal people, right? They'll do anything to steal your money, and if you live or die or they destroy your family, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't care about us. So, like,
Yeah, they
don't
don't.
care about them. Like, don't put your power into their hands. They're gonna throw you in front of the bus. They're gonna hope you sleep
Like,
under a bridge so they could get some extra money. I don't care how many people died last year from our product. I care about how big my boat is. Look how big my boat is. So don't trust any of these people. Like big pharma, I'm like, oh, it's almost like going to hell. You're like, oh, these people, they're gonna help us. They don't save anybody. They hope you hurt yourself, or you're not. They don't even care if you live or die. Really, 200,000 people aren't on the planet no more because of their product. And so I don't know. Don't trust anybody. Try to do your inner work. If you do need some pills to relieve your pain, just use it temporarily to help you overcome whatever you're going through, and don't make it a practice of using it daily. Let it do its work, and then let it go. So
yeah.
I wouldn't trust any big pharma. Like, to me personally, big pharma is like, oh, the worst of the worst. Like, whoa, demons in the boardroom. How many people can we hurt to make sure our stock price goes up?
Yeah.
So, like, these are real demons to me. Like, I want to stay as far away from that. That's like almost going to hell for me. Like, I definitely don't want to give my power to anybody else to heal me, because they're not healing you. They're just tricking you and stealing your money. So I mean, my personal preference is do your inner work, and you don't have to depend on external things to get you to the place you need to go, So,
Yeah, I think
but I'm lucky there are no pharmacies or hospitals in the Himalayan mountains. So, I had no opportunity, which was good for me, because I realized I didn't have to depend on anybody to come save me or help me. I did my inner work. If I needed extra, I had like-minded yogis. We healed each other collectively, So hello, my guru, can I have some Shakti energy to heal myself? Yeah, sure. Or if he needed some Shakti energy, I was readily available to heal him. And everybody collectively, we got to a
Yeah.
point where we were looking for somebody. Some guy comes to the Himalayan mountains. He thought it was a bright idea to walk barefoot with this dhoti up to the Himalayan mountains. He got up there. His feet are all tore up, and we had Shakti to give. So we give it wholeheartedly and heal everybody as much as possible. So rising tides lift all boats. So I come from that perspective. Like if you told me take a pill, this will make you feel better, I'd be like, why? I had no
Why?
pills up there, and I didn't need it, right? And yeah, big pharma's coming to save you, and you should buy their product so their stock price could go up. No thanks. I understand. I have all the tools inside me as me, and no one's coming to save me. So I don't depend on any pills, and I try to make it a practice of not using any big pharma products or any products that don't serve me. When you see the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, they're trying to sell you happiness that they don't have. So when you realize happiness is internal, not external, you're not looking for anything external to give you happiness, because they're selling you some snake oil that they don't have. So all these charlatans at big pharma, they can get as far away from me as possible. I
Yeah.
laugh at them like the joke it is. Like, yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, wow, your little pill's gonna save me. Oh, sure, yeah, great. I'm gonna be running through the field of daisies. These funny jokers at big pharma with their fake narratives, and buy this pill. This will enlighten you. The enlightenment pill. Oh, yeah, sure, right. I met many enlightened beings. None of them take pills. So I don't believe anything you say, No boat for you. No money
Yeah.
for you over here.
Also, if you're doing the inner work, your body will tell you what it needs. Your body's
True.
your own doctor. Like, I have arthritis in my knee, and I've been craving foods that have collagen in them. Like, I've been craving eggs and yogurt and cheese, carrots with peanut butter, and I don't know, like yogurt with berries. And like I've been wanting to make a quinoa salad with beans and avocados. It's just like my body's telling me what it needs. And then my other
Yeah.
question is, oh, go ahead.
Your inner doctor would tell you what you need, right?
Yeah.
Like, just because somebody wears a white coat, they're just guessing. They have no clue what your real body needs. So if you open the channel for your body to tell you what it needs, it will tell you. I would listen to your body. I wouldn't listen to anybody outside your body. Your body would tell you, like Veronica says. You know what we need? We need some peanut butter. We need some yogurt with some berries. And, it'll tell
Yeah.
you right there. You just got to listen. We've been so hypnotized to give our power to other people and listen to other people. All we have to do is go inside, and our body will tell it what it needs. Listen to your body. Don't listen to anybody outside your body. Your body is the best inner doctor you have, So just because somebody wears a white coat, they have no clue how you feel inside you as you. So listen to your inner body, and the best inner doctor is yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would listen to your own body and use your own discernment. Even if they tell you something like you should do this or you should do that, use your own discrimination and make decisions like, yeah, maybe I should do that, or nah, I ain't doing none of that. Take this nice opiate pill and it'll make you feel better. No thanks. I have seen the news. There are 200,000 people on this earth this year who aren't here no more because they listen to the big pharma narrative. Don't take opiates don't take it at all. Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it.
Try to stay as much away from drugs as possible. There are some cases where you do need something to help relieve the pain. That's perfectly fine. But once you have overcome the pain, let it go. I mean, you don't have to be a hardcore yogi or yogini like them in the Himalayan mountains. No pills, no pharmacy, no doctor, no hospital. But, you know, use your own discernment. Don't be dependent on anything external if you can. Let's say it like that. Because if you could do your inner work, it's more a permanent solution, to a temporary problem, right? Like if I ever feel I need to heal myself, I'll just close my eyes and go inside myself and let my inner doctor do the work.
Yeah.
Tune me up.
Tune me up. Also, another big thing to like heal ourselves is like the ants. We are such powerful beings that everything we need is within inside of us.
True.
Like fasting, and then even if you go as far as dry fasting, how powerful that is. Like your body will clear up everything. And then if you add
Right.
grounding and sunlight, you're like a powerhouse. You can there's no such thing as disease if you know how to like focus your inner work and use everything's within inside you, not outside of you.
Yeah, I agree. Like if you ever feel unhealthy or you feel sick, fasting by far is, in my opinion, the best thing you could do. And it doesn't cost any money. You just start off slow, intermittent fasting, go 12 hours and try to go 16 hours, go up slowly. And before you know it, you'll be at 24 hours. And it really purifies and cleanses the body. I make a practice of every Thursday fasting 24 hours, and every day I pretty much intermittent fasting. I eat once a day. So like, it lets the body cleanse itself and purify itself. So I would suggest the best thing you could do before you go to a pill or any of that is fast. Like most people want the lightning path, like, oh, I'm gonna take this pill and I'm gonna feel better. But if you fast, you cleanse and purify yourself. So yeah, I would definitely say, in my opinion, fasting is the best thing you could do. Like all these viruses and sickness out here have no chance when you fast. You basically starve your whatever you're going through in your body. And yeah, I would highly suggest fasting. It's worked wonders for me. When I got on the path to Kriya Yoga, I made a practice of fasting, and no matter what virus is out there, the C word comes or what season it is, I never get sick. My job as a yogi is to never see the doctor in my whole life.
Yeah.
Whether I'll get there or not, we'll see. But I've been doing pretty good. So no matter what virus or what thing they have on TV you're supposed to be scared of, oh, this is the new C word, and this is the monkey flu and the bird flu and the pig flu and what difference does it make? When you become an unshakable, healthy mountain, you overcome it all. You laugh at all that. Yeah, sure. I fast all day and it has no chance over here,
Yeah.
People who, I don't know, depend on big pharma, they might be in big trouble. But the most important thing, my guru used to say, think disease and you have disease. So we never think of disease. It's not a thing that comes into our mind. If a tree falls in the woods and we didn't hear it, did it really fall? So I don't know, but I'm not saying one size fits all. I'm just saying this is my personal preference. There are some cases where you do need medical procedures. You do need some pills to help you overcome. Your body does break down, You're not going to have a immaculate light body your whole life, Your junk car is going to break down one day, Your physical meat suit is not going to serve you anymore. So, it happens to all of us, None of us is going to make it out of here alive. So I just wouldn't be dependent on it. I would, once you overcome whatever you're going through, whatever ails you, then I would let it go. So, yeah, that's my opinion. But, I don't have all the answers. It's not one size fits all. What works for me might not work for you. Use your own discrimination, your own discernment, and see what's the best path for you. And that's what I would suggest.
Sounds like a great thing to do. Paul has a question for you. He says, question for Vedagurudev. How to overcome fear of the unknown and fear in general. Thanks. Great question.
Yeah, so that is a great question. So this is the problem most people have, right? They come from it like a fear base. You've been conditioned to identify with fear and be fearful and come from a fear base. But as yogis, we try to be fearless, like no matter what happens. So I would probably say, in my opinion, the best way to overcome fear is just not get attached to it, you know? Be an unshakable mountain no matter what happens. This 3D Maya delusional chaotic world is going to pull you in all directions. It happens to me too, included, right? It's going to test you every day. It's going to try to get you in a fear-based state because you're easily controlled. So, fear comes from a place of loss, right? I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to lose my money. I'm going to lose my partner. I'm going to lose. But if you don't care or you don't have no expectations, then you have nothing to fear, right? No matter what this Maya delusional world throws at you, you always try to stay fearless. So the aliens are coming. Oh, you better jump out the window. The aliens are coming, nope. I love aliens. I want them to come. I make a nice landing pad in front of my house. Land your ship anytime. Booga Spare, if you're out there, you're welcome anytime. I got 1,000,000 Gayatri mantras for you. Land right over there. I'll make a nice spot for you. You like tea? I'll make you some tea. My welcome mat is always welcome. So if you're not scared of any of this, it has no effect. It has no impact on your life. You just try to stay fearless no matter what happens. What do you think about this war in the Middle East? I don't think anything of it. It doesn't serve me in the present moment. Let me see. I'm gonna look up in the sky. No airplanes, no bombs, no fire, no chaos. It's a ghost story about some faraway place I can't verify. I don't fear it at all. Well, aren't you scared that they're gonna hurt you or hurt your family? No, this doesn't serve me in the present moment. So I would just try to stay fearless no matter what they throw at you. They're gonna throw a bunch of things to lower your frequency, because if you're fearful, then you're easily controlled. So their playbook is divide and conquer, right? You should be scared of this person. They have a different skin tone than you. You should be scared of this person. They have a different religion than you. You should be scared of this person. They have a different flag than you. You should be scared of this person. They have a different form than you, So if you're not scared of any of that, then you can't be fearful, So I would just look at fear as a wasted emotion and try to do as much as you can to overcome it. I understand it's hard because our whole life we've been conditioned to fear, right? You should be scared of Muslim people. They're going to blow up your house or whatever, But if you're not scared of them, then I've been all over the world when I was a DJ. And I could tell you 99% of the people in the world, they're just trying to be happy and feed their family just like you. There are some bad apples, but majority of the people are good people. They're kind people. They're happy to see you. And who cares what religion they have? If you see them as a reflection of you, like you see yourself in them, they're just in a different geographical location. They have a different form of God that they resonate with. Who cares? And that's how the 1% controls the 99%. Divide and conquer. You can't love this person because they believe in a different God. They worship false idols. What's a real idol? If you see God everywhere and everything is God. So when you start to see the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, you see their playbook they're running. And why would I hate other people? I come from a place of love, never from a place of hate. So I don't hate anybody. Why would I hate somebody because they have a different skin tone than me? Who cares? You know, why would I hate somebody because they have a different name for God than me? Who cares? You know, like, why would I hate anybody? You know, don't hate anybody. Love as much as you can unconditionally. And their fear-based propaganda has no meaning over here because you stay fearless yogis, you know? Even if it's the end of the world, don't let nothing shake your meditative state, right? Unshakable mountain. No matter how much it rains, unshakable mountain. No matter how much snow, unshakable mountain. No matter how much sun, unshakable mountain. No matter how much wind, unshakable mountain. So whatever they throw at you, look at it like the joke it is. Ah, ha, ha, yeah, sure. What do you think about the war over here? Nothing. I look outside my window. I don't see no war. I see trees, birds, and peace and harmony. Doesn't serve me. Cool ghost story, bro, but I'm not buying it, you know? So if you have that discrimination and discernment, you'll be able to overcome fear and laugh at fear like the joke it is. So that would be my best suggestion. Just don't be scared of anything. The world is going to happen the way it's going to happen, and fear to me is a wasted emotion that you don't need, right? It's going to happen the way it happens. What do I get by fearing anything? Nothing really. So, you know, it's going to take some practice, you know, because since birth, you've been conditioned to fear and identify with these things and these narratives. But once you start breaking them down and throwing them away and doing your inner work, you start to laugh at this fear that's out there, you know? No longer serves me. Swaha. Goodbye, fear. You know, I burn it all up, right?
Oh, Katu Roti says, hi, all. Good to see you, Katu
Hello,
Roti.
Kati Roti. Glad to have you back. Whatever questions you have, don't be shy. Put it in the YouTube chat. We enjoy all your questions and keep them coming.
Well, Sandy says, it can be hard for us to see and read things online, including racist comments and viewpoints. I've never seen so much anti-Semitic and anti-Islamic sentiments. My remedy has been to keep shining the light and channeling love. What else might we do? Yeah, what else can we do?
Yeah, I'm under no delusion that it's not hard out here. It is definitely hard. It is definitely overwhelming. They're pulling you in all directions. They're trying to steal your energy. They're trying to get you to regurgitate their narrative. Like, yeah, I mean, I would just, what would I do? I would turn off the TV. I would kind of create some separation and distance between you and the Maya delusional world, you know, like kind of look at yourself as in the audience of the movie theater and the Maya delusion as a comedy show on the movie screen. Like, there he goes. You know, Kramer's coming in the door for, you know, Seinfeld, and, you know, Norm the mailman's going to come. And, you know, you start to see the pieces on the chessboard and see the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. Like, oh, here they go, talking about those Muslims again. They're running that playbook on page 5, which they always do. Let me tell you a story about Muslims. But if you know Muslims or you know Arabic people, like I said, they're trying to feed their family. They're trying to be happy just like you. Yeah, there's some bad apples, but there's some bad apples in all religions, you know? Like, it happens. The 1% can't define the 99%. So I would just say whatever narrative they have, it's trying to get an emotional reaction to you. That's what they really want. They want to boil your blood and get an emotional reaction. These Muslims.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're on an airplane and you got a gun in your hand and you're on the roof and you're, you know, somebody else, you're trying to do something you shouldn't be. Anytime you feel yourself getting super activated, just breathe and relax. Count to 10. Woo! They almost got me. I was tempted to go on that roof, but not going to do it. I don't care what anybody says. It's not going to get an emotional reaction to me, you know? People are going to say things. They're going to hit you below the belt. They're going to push your buttons. They're going to try to get in your under your skin and dance around. Don't give it to them, right? No matter what happens, don't hurt anybody or don't have violence to anybody, no matter what they say. You know, let them say whatever they want. It's just words in the air. Who cares what people think, right? They're going to,
Yeah.
no one's going to happen the way you want it to happen. No matter what anybody says, I try to keep my shield up as best as I can to not be affected, right? You know, if you see Vedagurudev climbing on a roof, doing something he shouldn't be, smack me upside my head. I lost it, you know? Vedagurudev, what happened, you know? Yeah, you're right. Breathe. Right. You know, they almost got me. Me. You know, they're pulling you every direction. So once you have the awareness and the discernment and discrimination to see their playbook, then you say, oh, there they go. Ha, you almost got me.
Almost.
And they're always like, what do you think about Charlie Kirk? Or what do you think about this? I don't think nothing. It don't serve me in the present moment. My new mantra is who? Donald Trump? Who's that? I don't know. You don't exist in my universe. Who? I'm an owl right out here. You know, and when you have that affirmation of who, you don't even care. You don't have
who cares?
Be like your cat. Your cat doesn't care about Donald Trump or Charlie Kirk or you know, the C word. It doesn't. It just walks around life in a meditative state and enjoys the sun. I want to be like a cat. I don't care about any of these people. None of them serve me. None of these people put food on my table. None of these people are in my family. What difference does it make? I don't work for any of them. I don't care. But they want to attach these identities, these conditionings to you, like stick to you, you know? I'm going down with the ship. I'm on team blue. I'm on team red. I'm on, I'm a New England Patriots fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Who cares, you know? When you see yourself of a child of the universe, you love everybody, right? Every football team is great, but they can't activate you unless you choose a side. If you have no side, what side are you on, Vedagurudev? God's side. Oh, can't do nothing with him. Going next door. You know, like, what do you think about this? Nothing. How does that help me in the present moment? How does that do my inner work? It doesn't, you know? So let it pass. But yeah, they're coming. They're coming. You got to have your shield airtight. You got to have your aura, no tears or no holes in your aura, because they're coming. You know, the ego's coming through the back door. He ain't coming through the front door. You know, my guru used to say, you're waiting at the front door looking for your ego when he's creeping through your back window.
Yeah.
Even Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, your ego is always hiding behind that tree over there. It's always looking for a door to come in. But if you're like four-faced God Brahma, you're looking to the front, you're looking to the back, you're looking to the left, you're looking to the right. You know, can't sneak up on me. I'm looking from all directions. So just have your hat on a swivel and see their playbook. You know, their playbook is divide and conquer, get you into a fear state so you're easily controlled, you know. But if you don't care and it doesn't serve you in the present moment, that will help you overcome this overwhelming Maya delusional chaotic world. But I'm under no delusion that it's not chaotic. It is dense. It is chaotic. You do need to have some tools in your toolbox because every day is a test as a yogi. So keep shining bright like a diamond out there and keep working for the light. Hold up the white flag. Don't hold up the black flag. Live in peace and harmony and unconditional love, and anything that hurts, violence, chaos, I don't know, hurting people, harming people, you see what flag it is, you know? So, you know, fight for the white flag. We need more people for the white flag. Black flag has too much. We need some more boots on the ground.
Yeah.
So fight the good fight, be a light worker and help people, love people, and Yeah, you'll see it'll dissipate, but it's dense out there. It's hard. It's overwhelming. Vedagurudev included go through it every day, right? When I go out into the Maya delusional world, I got to take a few deep breaths. I got to say my Kavacham shield mantra, put up my shield. All right, they're out there. They're coming for me.
They're
Them,
coming.
them, them Thailand motorcycles. They don't abide by no traffic laws. They're coming all directions. So, keep your head on a swivel. They're coming for you. So, but it if you have the right discernment, this should probably dissipate a little bit. You just start to laugh at life like the joke it is. There they go. With that narrative again. There they go, telling those ghost stories again. There they go with their subliminal programming. There they go. Here they come. So you're ready for it. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So you're waiting for them. Oh, they're coming. There it is. I knew it was coming.
Well, Sandy agrees with you. She says, yeah, I definitely don't engage with lower vibrational things. Yeah, don't do
True.
it.
Yeah. Not necessary. Sometimes I go in a place and it just stinks. It stinks to me vibrationally, right? I'm like, ooh, the energy's off here. I don't like it. I don't try to make sense of it. I don't try to investigate it. I just turn around and leave. Not doing it to myself. Not going to drain my battery on something I can't control. I don't like the energy in here. I don't support lower frequency energy. So, yeah, if you don't support lower frequency energy, don't buy their big pharma pills.
Yeah.
It's possible, and the best medicine is the sun, is nature, is the prana, the Shakti in there. So enjoy it, right? The finer things in life are for free. So, yeah.
Yeah, something I've learned, like, not everyone can be helped, like, unless they want it. I'll, like, try to help someone, and they just, like, with encouraging words and advice, and they'll just turn my words around on me. So I'm just like, you don't want to be helped. You want to be miserable. And, I could throw you a life preserver, but unless you put it on, it's not going to do any good. So some people, they love their misery, and I don't know, and I don't want to be their company. So I was like, let them drown. If they, some people just want to be miserable.
Yeah. From birth, you've been conditioned so much to find comfort in your suffering, in your depression, So people are in love with the chain that enslaves them. That's what my guru used to say. They love this bird cage that enslaves them. They love it, right? So no matter how much you tell them, they're gonna want to stay in the cage. They're not gonna want to be a free bird. So yeah, and some people, it's divine timing. When I was my daughter's age, 16, I didn't want to hear about God or any of this stuff. Like, some people, it takes them to go through some stuff to really see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't know. All you could do is, if you want some help, how to overcome, I'll show you what I did, and I'm here if you need me. But on your own timing, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So just be a lighthouse whenever that ship has lost at sea, is ready to come back to shore. Some people want to stay lost at sea. They love being lost in the sauce. They love treating their body like an amusement park. They love the identification with the narrative or the conditioning. They love all that. They feel like they're part of some movement. But if you don't resonate with it, then you just let it go. Like, not for me,
Yeah.
What do you think about these pills at Big Pharma? Not for me.
I don't
right?
need it.
Why do I need a pill when I could just run through the daisy fields myself? And I have a mindful, blissful, meditative state, which enhances it even better, right? I enjoy it a lot more, right? Why do I need that to do something I could do for free on my own, So When you see the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, you know, they're trying to monetize your happiness, which is not possible. So they're selling you some snake oil that they don't even have, you know? So when you realize happiness is internal, not external, they can't monetize it, and they hate that. So, you know, how is their stock price going to go up if you don't buy their product? It's not. So let their stock price die.
Yeah, let it. Your dollar is what counts. Your dollar's the
Right.
vote.
You are in control. My
Yes.
father had a golden rule, you know, and this I'll sanitize it for you. He said we don't give our money to a-holes, right? So anytime you see people that are evil and have bad energy, don't support them, you know? We don't support a-holes.
Yeah. You don't deserve my dollar.
You don't deserve my dollar, right? I don't support your evil ways, right?
Yeah.
Your narrative. Get out of my face with that, right? I don't want your snake oil. You're trying to sell me the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not buying, you know? I only support people with good energy and positive energy, people with lower frequencies and lower instincts, like Sandy says. I don't want to be nowhere around. It's almost like sleeping in a trash can, like, ugh, it stinks in here. Get out of here, you know? I want to be in the sun and the peace and the harmony and the unconditional love, you know? I don't want your trash can to become my trash can, you know? Keep it over there, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully you figure it out one day, but some people stay on the hamster wheel for a lot longer than they should, you know? Pivot, change course, change directions, be light on your toes. And if Vedagurudev can do it, you definitely could do it. It's not over. Tomorrow's a new day. Try to plant your tree. Try to have some spiritual practices in your pocket so you could overcome. Because this world is going to get worse, in my opinion, not better. So, you know, get ready for it, you know. Like I said before, I want to be Braveheart, holding the white flag, running down the hill. Yeah. First to the fight, right? Where's the biggest demon or the devil? If I'm lucky, I want to punch him right across the face.
Yeah.
Superman punch. Pow, devil. Get out of
Yeah.
here, right? White flag wins. Light beings unite across the universe. We
Yeah.
need you.
Yeah.
So just laugh at them like the jokers. They're really losers, you know. When you see them as the losers they are, like losers, you know, fighting, warring, and
Yeah.
losers. Nothing cool about the black
Yeah.
flag. You know, the white flag is the coolest. But I'm biased. pick your side, or don't pick any side. Just be one with God.
So yeah, so like you have to decide when you're ready. So like say you're like the world has just crushed your spirit. How
Mm.
can the tools of Kriya yoga, you know, help me? What would you say to somebody who's just like, you know, they're ready. You know, like they see that what they've been doing isn't working. How would some of the tools work for them?
Yeah, I would say the world crushes all of our spirits.
Yeah.
The people who overcome it just have some tools and just kind of laugh at the Maya delusional world. It's not going to happen the way you want it to happen. So you have to be light on your toes, and you have to be adjustable and be able to pivot and change course. And don't get attached to any outcome, or don't have any expectations. Just kind of laugh at the world, the Maya delusional world, like it happens. Like, there it goes again. The comedy show on the stage of the universe. It's going to happen the way it happens, but it happens to all great yogis and yoginis and people on the spiritual path. We're all crushed by this Maya delusional world. The only thing is, we have the right discernment and the discrimination to climb out of that pit of despair and not roll in the mud with the pigs, you know? Like, nah. I've been there, done that, you know? That's why I understand a lot of our members, because I was there a couple years ago. The only difference between me and anybody out there watching this on YouTube is I just figured out this isn't the way, you know? This isn't. this doesn't make me happy. What they say makes me happy doesn't make me happy. I stopped identifying with my bank account, my car, my house. None of this matters when you ascend. I highly doubt God's going to be like, how many cars did you have, Vedagurudev? That has no meaning up there.
Yeah.
So all these identifications or conditionings we're attached to have no meaning. You should do what has meaning, aligning yourself with your inner divinity, realizing your true inner potential, help as many people as you can, love as many people as you can unconditionally, and I don't see how you could go wrong. But yeah, it's dense out there. The Maya delusional world, if you let it, is going to throw you under the bus every day. So once you realize that is the game we're in, the video game we're in, the simulation, whatever you want to call it, then you be able to level up a little faster. Like, not going down that road. I went down that road before and didn't serve me well. So
Nope.
I'm gonna go the other direction, and I'm not gonna let people dictate which way I go. I say the government tells me to go right, I go left. Not there to help me. I don't trust them at all. So yes, you start becoming your inner doctor. You start doing your inner work, and you start really helping yourself. But it comes for all of us. No one's excluded. The greatest yogis and enlightened beings I know, they're crushed by the universe. They just don't attach to it. So me too. I'm crushed by the universe. It doesn't happen the way I want it to happen every day, but I just have tools to overcome it. Then all right, that's, whatever. That's the way it happens. No expectations. If you don't have no expectations, you can't really be disappointed. So have no expectation. The Maya world keeps on Mayaing. That's what it does. I don't have no expectations. I don't,
Yeah, no expectations.
So, I'm not trying to change the end of the movie. It happens the way it happens. And I'm trying to stay light on my toes and be adjustable, and whatever it throws at me, I overcome it, So yeah, have the right mindset and realize no one's coming to save you, So save yourself, do your own inner work. You don't need anybody. So yeah, that would probably be my best suggestion.
Nice. A couple comments from backstage. Sandy says, great question, Veronica. Well, thank you. I don't know. I just try to keep us on topic and keep Vedagurudev cooking. So thank you.
Yeah, I like these questions. It gives me something to contemplate. Usually when you're a yogi or yogini, you're kind of in outer space. You're kind of detached from the Maya delusional world. So these questions give me a chance to really contemplate, if I was in other people's shoes, how would I approach this, So it's good because when you do get into a higher state of consciousness, you're kind of in the stars, if you know what I'm saying. You're in outer space, I never understood when I went to the Himalayan mountains, why are all these yogis in outer space, looking at the sky? Now I understand, because I'm like them too. Okay, what? Who is Donald Trump?
That does not affect me.
He does not exist in my universe. So yeah, it gives me a good chance to contemplate, when your boots on the ground in the Maya delusional world, how would you overcome this? So
yes.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity, everybody, with your outstanding questions.
Oh. Thank you for answering them.
No problem. My pleasure. It's a true blessing always.
Yeah. Dream Tooth is here. And he says, fearless yogis. Absolutely.
Stay fearless out there, my friends. It's dense. It's overwhelming. It's coming at all directions, but stay fearless out there, my friends. Don't attach to don't let their ghost stories become your ghost stories. Their narratives become your narrative, and make your universe as blissful as possible, as fearless as possible. Have no fear in your happy place.
Yes. Sandy says, "Do not feed the fears." Yes, don't feed the bears. Don't feed the fears.
Yeah.
Uh,
I said before in the Satsang, we water flowers, we don't water weeds, which basically
yeah.
means we don't water negative thoughts. We water positive thoughts, love unconditionally, right? We feed cats, we don't feed rats, you know? So all this, we don't feed negativity at all, right? We stay out of that pit of despair, that fearless state as much as possible. Don't be in a fear-based state, right? You know, that's their playbook. You keep you in a state of fear. So you're scared. You'll put some chemicals in your body because you're scared you're gonna lose your life, or you'll get on an airplane and go fight for something that has no meaning to you because you're scared. You're drinking the Kool-Aid of freedom and democracy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right? You know.
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it to yourself. You know, you're trying to prove a point. You're up on a roof and you're looking through your scope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get down.
Yeah.
Get down. Come on, get down. You know, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt your family. You know, when you're in jail or whatever for life, they're not going to help you. So don't care about them. You know, who cares what anybody says? Say whatever you want. I don't care. You know, nothing is going to make me climb up on a roof and do something I shouldn't, no matter what you say. Right. So have that discernment. Right. You know, don't let them activate you or radicalize you or get an emotional reaction to you, because they ain't coming to help you.
Nope.
You know, all they're going to do is point at you like, he was crazy. This guy, I don't know what happened. He just went crazy, and God, he climbed up on a roof, and and don't do it to yourself. You know, who cares what anybody says? They're gonna say all kinds of junk. Don't worry about it. Like, doesn't exist in my universe. So if you feel yourself climbing up on a roof, smack yourself across the face and wake up and say, "Oh, I almost got me. Almost got
you."
I'll climb it down. Oh, you know. Wait a minute, get back up there. You know, how are we going to have a news story if you're not up there? Or how is what we want going to happen? No, you know.
Yeah.
They're just going to point at you and you're becoming a patsy. You know, like, I don't know. He just went crazy. You know, this guy got up on a roof. Who knows? You know. So don't give them the news story, right? I always hated when they say in the news, if it bleeds, it leads. And I thought, how gross is that? Ugh, it bleeds, it leads? That's how you do your news?
Negative.
Ugh, gross, you know? Like, we need murder, we need destruction, we need chaos, we need war. That is real news, right? Don't give them any news stories, right? Yeah. We have a happy news story. A 12-year-old boy graduated from college. I salute you, sir.
Yeah,
helping people,
nice.
you know. Kanye West went to the homeless shelter in downtown Los Angeles and gave $1 million donation to feed the poor. I salute you, sir. You know.
Yeah.
In this faraway place they're warring, I do not salute you.
Yeah.
This many people died on TV today, and there was a shooting in downtown Los Angeles, and 6 people died. No salute, you know.
Yeah.
Unsaluting. Salute higher frequencies and love and helping people. Do not salute murder, war, destruction, chaos, violence. Nothing to salute. Look at them like losers. They're losers, you know. It bleeds, it leads. So they're basically telling on themselves how much of a loser they are, right? This is the people we look to for our news. Ugh, gross demons, right? You know, we don't care about peace, harmony. We care about people bleeding. So we have a good news story. So we don't regurgitate the fear-based media. You know, gross, bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
Losers.
Losers.
Loser. Loser. You are a loser. I am ashamed of you. If it bleeds, it leads. How
Yes,
gross is that? You know, I'm
they take
looking
you
to
to.
you for tell me what's going on in the world. No thanks. You know, that's
You
why
need to
my
take them to
TV is
jail.
like, take them to jail. Woo! That is not the way. You know, Baby Yoda would not approve.
Yeah.
You know, their creed is the Mandalorian creed is this is the way. This is not the way. It
Yeah.
bleeds, it leads. You're telling on yourself that you are a loser. I am
Yes.
ashamed of you. You know, if it loves, it is great. That should be your
Yeah.
new mantra.
Yeah. I want uplifting
if you
stories.
if you
I want.
help people, it is great. That is a real news story. Not
Yes.
bleeds, it leads. Gross.
I want things that make my heart shine. I want my flower to bloom.
Exactly.
Well, Dream Tooth has a thought. He says, I'm saying my past experience of insecure thoughts, doubt, mindset had me fragment or copying others' energy, behavior, clinging. Like, I know about fear. No need to go down that blind path. Absolutely. Ugh.
Yeah, when you've been there, done that, you like don't want to go in there no more. Don't want to go down that road. I know where that road leads. I'm trying to shed all these lower emotions, lower frequencies. I'm not trying to enhance them or cultivate them. I already know where that pit of despair leads me, you know? Like I said, my guru said one time, he said, Vedagurudev, you're wearing all white. Don't get your clothes dirty rolling in the mud with the pigs. You know? So when you see behind the curtain, you see their playbook and yeah. Who wants to do that to yourself? You know, let your soul shine, bring your soul to the forefront. Let your soul be your guiding light, your North Star. Let it shine. All the conditioning, the identifications, throw it all away. It doesn't, who cares? It doesn't serve you, you know? So, yeah, but from birth, you've been conditioned to attach to these lower emotions and you know this type of stuff like it feels good to shed all those rocks in your backpack, throw them all out. Why are you carrying this around? Travel light, my friend. You don't need no fear, you don't need no anger, you don't need no violence, you don't need any of that stuff, you know. Help people, love people, and I don't see how you could go wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think the cure is we just need to become more conscious. But I have a scary thought, but it's just something I need to, like, I don't know, share to just like wake people up. I was thinking, I don't know, do we give our consent when we watch these movies, with predictive programming? Is it a workaround for our overlords to like get consent from us when we're watching these movies about pandemics and war and like all these terrible things they want to bring to the world? And if we're not conscious of it, we're like laughing. Are we somehow agreeing to these things with these movies? But maybe like if we become more conscious, we can like wake up to it and like collectively like say, I do not consent to this. But I think Hollywood, it's just an evil workaround for our overlords to like get consent from us. So I know that's a scary thought, but it feels real to me. Like I'm thinking like because we get numb to like violence and all these terrible things we see on movies. So I think like there's a rule that they have to tell us what they're up to, and that's their workaround. So I know that's a dark thought, but I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Vedagurudev.
I would just say have your consciousness so high that no matter what any external person does, you cannot be affected. You laugh at it like the joke it is. No matter how bad you make your horror movie, it doesn't affect me because it doesn't exist in my universe. So they're going to come at every direction for you and try to steal your consciousness and lower your frequency. But if you're aware of the game that they play, whatever they do doesn't have no effect on you. So even if they have this predictive programming, have your frequency so high and your shield so strong that it has no effect on you. And no matter how bad their horror movie is, your consciousness, your inner state is untainted, untouched by their gross narratives and stuff. So I would say no matter what people do, just do you so much inner work that you're unaffected by it. You start to laugh at it like the joke it is. Like, that's the best you got? Projective programming? Light work, losers. Light work. Kindergarten over here, right? I'm unaffected by it, you know? I don't want to be an actor in your horror movie. I make my own happy place. My universe is blissful and harmonious and peaceful and free. And you have no place in here. Your lower frequencies are not welcome. So no matter what they show you on TV or they show you in movies, just laugh at it like the joke it is. Like, my God, look at this horror movie.
Yeah.
This is so unbelievable, you know, like I'm so unaffected by it. Oh, wow, look at that. The devil's coming. Oh, I'm not scared about that. That's a joke to me, right? You know, I wish the devil would come so I could kick him right in his ass, you know? So you begin to see like all this, all their projected programming has no effect because you start to laugh at it like the joke it is.
Yeah,
So when you
I don't
become more
consent.
aware, I don't consent. And, you know, like, I don't give my power away anyway, you know, like, oh, well, you consented, so we could just show you a 24-hour-a-day horror movie. No, I don't want any of your junk to become my junk. Get away from me, right? You have no control over here. I am the king of my castle. I am the queen of my castle. And I go to my happy place and make it however I want. You have no say over here. I don't work for you, you know? I don't get a paycheck from Hollywood. Whatever narrative you're trying to push on me or your agenda is trash to me. I don't care. I don't work for you. I make my happy place, my universe, however I want. And whatever you try to put in my mind, plant a seed like, well, Vedagurudev, you consented. I don't consent to all your junk. And your contract has no meaning over here. You don't even exist in my universe. Go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a direct connection to God, no middlemen. So I don't follow your rules at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a free bird. I'm not in your cage. Well, you consented. I don't care. I didn't consent. Like, I don't want your ghost story to become my ghost story and your horror movie to become my horror movie. Like, you know, get all your rules and all your laws and your guidelines away from me. I'm a free bird. None of this applies in my universe, right? So, you know, whatever you show me, I laugh at it like the joke it is. Like, oh my God, this movie is so unbelievable. Suspension of disbelief. Last week, Hulk was green. This week, he's red. These people don't even know what they're doing. This is so delusional. I want no part of it. You know what I'm saying? Not my monkeys, not my circus. You know, like Veronica said before. Like,
keep your
craziness. No part of it. I'm just going to
Wait.
sit in the audience and laugh at it. Wait a minute, Vedagurudev. Oh, there they go with that again. The Hulk was red today. He was green yesterday. These people don't even know what they're talking about, right? There isn't even a Hulk. I've never seen a Hulk outside my door. All this is junk, you know? So, well, you know, they're always trying to force their rules, their guidelines, their laws on you. Wait a minute, you consented. So now you got to be in the horror movie forever, you know? Your rules have no meaning to me. Your contracts are
nonsense.
Nonsense, right? Ghost stories. Get out of here, right?
Yeah.
You don't control anything over here, right? You know, they're always trying to trick you into thinking you've signed a contract that you didn't sign a contract, or they have some kind of control over you and your thoughts and what you did, you know? Don't give anybody your power. Just be like, you know, Hollywood, you
Yeah.
make a good fake movie, but I don't, it doesn't exist in my universe. It's junk, you
Yeah.
know? So they only have control if you give them control, you know? So if you don't, if you don't abide by their laws or you're a free bird, their whole narrative dissipates and dissolves, right? It doesn't even exist in my universe. What? Well, you know, you consented and this and that. And I was like,
You tricked me.
who are you? Who are you? How do you control anything over here?
Yes.
I don't work for you. You don't control anything over here. Well, you know, you consented. No, you don't control anything over here.
Yeah.
What do you control? Nothing. Nothing. So whatever you try to subliminal message you try to plant, it just dissolves on impact when you have your shield up. You know, it's like meteors hitting your atmosphere, dissolving on impact. Consent to what? You know, get out of here. You're all losers. You're all jokers. You're all liars. I want to be nowhere around you. You know, get out of here. You take all your rules and your contracts and all your guidelines out of here. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist in my universe. So, you know, whatever they say, just laugh at it like the joke it is. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Loser. You are a loser. You don't control nothing over here. Get away from me. I don't work for you. I hold up the white flag. Anything black flag is gross and dirty, and I want no part of it. I don't want your ghost story to become my ghost story. Get out of here. Bye-bye. Goodbye. You don't exist in my universe. Goodbye. You know?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Swaha.
Bye, Felicia. Swaha.
Bye, Felicia. Swaha. Goodbye. Up in smoke, in the fire, right?
Well, Paul says, I do believe they are doing that, Veronica, but it's not going to work. They will still suffer bad karma for their actions. Also, very selective now about what I watch. Yeah, you got to be careful what you consume.
Yeah, they're definitely coming. They're definitely doing that, you know? And if you give your power away, they will have your power. So they're definitely coming. But yeah, like Paul says, if you do bad things, that's other people's karma, you know? Let them roll in the mud like the pigs they are. Let them live in their horror movie. Let them sleep in their trash can. That's their karma. I want no part of that. I sleep on a blissful, enlightened cloud every night, you know? Your horror movie cannot become my horror movie, right? I have my shield up. So let them live in their own karma, you know? How gross it is to hurt people and try to control people and trick people into signing some contract or believing certain narratives, and gross, you know? I want no part of that. They're coming, you know?
Yeah.
But if you have your awareness and your shield up and your discrimination and discernment, you kind of laugh at it like, yeah, good one. Yeah, nah, not going there, you know?
Yeah, I think that the key is like to wake up your consciousness. And I think if you're watching this right now, you are waking up, and there's many
True.
paths to wake up. I mean, not just Kriya Yoga. I mean, maybe Buddhism or I don't know, many different ways. But I think we are, and we're strong in numbers.
Yeah, any spiritual tradition. You don't, I mean, just because I resonate with Kriya Yoga doesn't mean you have to do something. Have some tools from somewhere in your toolbox. Buddhism, Christianity, whatever you believe in, it's fine, you know? If you worship the sun every day, that's totally beautiful too, you know? Do what resonates with you and have some tools, because and don't let other people's God become your God. Have a God of your own choosing. You choose which God uplifts you and makes you feel the best, you know? Like have a direct connection to God. No middlemen in between you and God, you know? If you give me money, I'll send an email to God for you. Yeah, no thanks. I got a direct
No
connection.
thanks.
No middlemen, you know. Let me tell you a story about God. Yeah, sure. You know, got God's direct phone number myself, you know. So have a God of your own choosing. Don't borrow anybody else's beliefs. You know, just because they said it doesn't mean it resonates with you. So have a God of your own choosing. Don't borrow other people's beliefs and make them become your beliefs. But they're coming. They're
Yeah.
coming. Be ready, you know. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. They come for Vedagurudev too. So I am not immune.
Yes. They are
they
coming.
they come for me. Maybe they come for me extra, right? Oh, this guy thinks he's a yogi and he doesn't follow our rule set. We got something for him, funny guy. Okay, come on, let's dance, you know. I'm ready. That's the best you got? Nothing, right? Oh, you know. We're going to show him this movie and he's going to get attached and we're going to plant some seeds in it. Come on. Dissolve on impact.
Yeah. They've got lots of tricks up their sleeves.
When a
Are
movie's
over.
over, I leave the movie theater
Yeah.
and I don't even think about it, you know, like, oh, that was stupid, you know, whatever. I don't believe any of that, you know. Let me look up in the sky. Iron Man flying around. Nope. Doesn't exist in my universe. Goodbye, you know,
Well,
war,
also,
chaos. Goodbye, you know, not in my universe.
it's also it's even hard to like trust what our eyes see with like AI. And then this thing I keep hearing about is Project Bluebeam, where they like use holograms to like trick us. And aliens are here, but they're not making themselves known. But I've been hearing like Project Bluebeam might, you know, show us that aliens are here, but they're not the real aliens, or I don't know, they'll like use it to like create mass hysteria. So that's another thing to be aware of, to just keep our shields up and keep our consciousness aware, because they'll trick us.
In 2025, AI is so good you can't trust anything,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't know. I saw some. They have this thing called Sora, right? And I saw like they have their watermark, so you don't believe it's real, but it looks real. Like a bear came into and a cat was
Yeah.
fighting the bear, and I was like, if they wouldn't have had that watermark, it said Sora on it, you
It
know,
looked real.
it looks real. So I wouldn't believe anything you see anymore. It's all
Yeah.
smoke and mirrors. It's all tricks, and you know, don't believe anything. Like AI is getting better and better by the day, and you can't. I wouldn't believe anything. You know, I would use your own discrimination and discernment. I saw one video where a leopard was riding on the back of a dolphin, and millions of people thought it was real. Oh, that's so beautiful. The dolphin carried the leopard. I was like, if a leopard could catch a dolphin, that would be its last day on Earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like those
they really,
claws.
people really believe it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, what's next? They're going to say Iron Man is real. I saw it on Instagram. I'm like, what? You know?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't believe anything. Just believe what serves you in the present moment and what you
Yeah.
have experienced. Soon, whatever you see on social media or YouTube is all going to be fake, you know? So, but if you want a real connection, join our Kriya Yoga School of Soul
Yeah.
Ender. It's real.
Yeah. Like-minded people.
So seek out real stuff because there's so much
Yeah.
fake stuff out
There is
there.
so much fake plastic stuff.
Right. What could you believe? Anything, right? Have
Yeah.
real human connections, because too many computers connections now, you know, like not real, like plastic, fake, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't trust your eyes anymore, you know. Or
Yeah.
just laugh at it like the joke it is. You know, when you go to a movie theater, you have suspension of disbelief, right? You have to lower your consciousness or lower your intellectual mind or logical mind to believe, right? You know, that's why you watch a movie, right? You know, I have to have a suspension of the disbelief to believe Hulk is real in this movie, or there is a Hulk, you know? So
Yes.
same thing when you watch social media or YouTube or any of this stuff, like, you know, suspension of disbelief. Like, it's just like watching a movie. I don't believe any of this junk. Here they go, showing me the dolphin and the leopard again, you know, whatever. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't believe anything anymore, you know? I only
Yeah.
believe what serves me in the present moment, right? You know? Is there a dolphin and a leopard next to me? Nope. Water under the bridge, clouds passing in the sky, pass, you know? I'm not going to try to make sense of it. I'm not going to try to, you know, go down that rabbit hole, whatever, you know? All this is fake anyway, so.
Yeah. It's like I want to have an open mind, but it's like some things are just like I have to go within myself and like really question it. Like does this feel authentic? Does this feel real? Like the only thing I can trust is myself because it's like everything is attacking me. It's just like, yeah, you can only trust yourself, it seems like.
Yeah, and I would just cultivate and enhance what serves you in the present moment, you know? Use that as your affirmation. How does it serve me in the present moment? How does seeing a fake dolphin and a fake leopard serve me in the present moment? It doesn't. Water under the bridge, cloud passing in the sky. What am I going to do with this? You know, nothing, right? All right, it's good, you know, it's good entertainment, but I'm not going to try to make sense of it or attach to it. I'm just let it pass. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever, you know, same way I watch a movie, like, you know, what can you do? Those monkeys are on social media in a pocket universe talking bad about Superman. That's what monkeys do, you know?
Yeah.
You know? You
This
know?
world, yeah. But there is magic in this world and there are amazing things in this world. And I think like if you embrace, you know, science, the logical side of your mind and imagination and bring science and spirituality, I don't know, you'll like get the full picture, but I don't know, there is like amazing things in this world. I don't know,
Yeah,
like
absolutely. When you realize your own inner potential, it's amazing.
yeah,
Your possibilities are unlimited. So like, yeah, if you really see the beauty in things that really matter in the present moment, then you cultivate that, you know? When you see things that don't serve you, then just let them pass. So, yeah, if you really open your eyes to the vividness, the dynamicness of nature, the birds, you have the best movie ever, right?
yeah,
God is the best painter, the best creator ever, right? I mean, in my higher consciousness state, I'm hypnotized by the full moon. Like, well, look
yes,
at that moon and the stars,
yeah,
and
that's so
whoa,
beautiful.
I'm blown away. Look how blue that. You know, I'm hypnotized by the moon. I'm hypnotized by the trees and the birds, and you know,
Yeah,
I don't, you know, like I don't care about what they're talking about.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
real.
my TV is like a wall ornament. I haven't turned it on in like 4 years. Like it's junk, you know, it's a wall, you know. Who cares what they say? Don't let their stories become your stories. Stick your head out the window and see the greatest creation of all. God is the best painter. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like hypnotized by like the sunset and like the clouds in Thailand. I'm like, whoa, look at those clouds. They look like big cotton puffballs, you know, and the colors, the light blue and the orange. I was like, man, how did I get so
yeah,
lucky today? It's so
and it's all
beautiful.
here and it's free.
It's free, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
like you know, and when you let somebody else tell your story, they it's junk, you know. Like you know, why would I watch a movie when I have the best movie right outside my window? You know,
yeah,
so that's kind of the way I look at
yeah,
it, and yeah, I don't want anybody else to tell my story. I'll tell my story
yeah,
however I feel. And I'll go to my happy place and I'll direct my movie however I want. You know, if you don't approve, it doesn't matter. Between me and God.
yeah. Like take your shoes off and walk around in the wet grass and
Yeah,
feel the
absolutely.
sunlight on your skin.
When I was in the Himalayan mountains, no matter how cold or frozen the grass was, we made a point of feeling the grass between our toes and
Yes.
connecting with
Oh,
nature and feeling the prana, like hugging a tree, you know? I used to
yeah.
think before Kriya Yoga, hugging a tree was the stupidest thing I ever saw. But now I look forward to hugging a
Yeah.
tree. I need to hug
I need
trees
more
more.
trees. I want to hug them all.
After this live stream, I'm going to hug that tree over there and
Yeah.
hug that tree over there.
And I will hug you back.
It'll hug
Yeah.
me back and appreciate it, right? I thought you forgot about us, Vedagurudev. No, I'm there, you know? Better late than never.
Yeah, speaking of like inner work, I've been thinking like a great use of journaling is just like our meditation time I've discovered is like use that time to like do a life review. Just like find some quiet time and just like, yeah, just review your whole life. I think it's very healing to just look back on everything you've experienced and just meditate on it and journal about it. I think I've been doing it and I found it very healing. So I think like regardless what your age, I think uh, I don't know, it just give you like a good signpost of seeing where you're at and where you're going. And yeah, and I just feel
Yeah,
like yeah, it's a good way to embrace your spirituality.
I agree with you. When you meditate, have tea with yourself, you know, have a meeting with yourself, self observe yourself, self reflect on yourself, like be self aware of
Yeah.
yourself. So, yeah, I would definitely, as much as you can, go inside you as you. And my guru used to say, silence is the best teacher. So, when you're alone with yourself, the answers are readily available. So, connect with that stream of consciousness, that pillar of light, and you'd be surprised of what you can see and what insights you can get. So yeah, I would definitely have tea with yourself, alone in meditation. What is better
Yeah.
than that, right? Or have tea with God. Maybe God gives you an audience and you have tea with God. So inside you as you, you know, silence is golden.
Yeah. I don't know. I keep a journal everywhere, and yesterday my phone died, and it's like I just get sucked into the phone like endless YouTube's stories and
Mm,
Instagram, and then my phone died, and I just started writing in this journal like pages and pages, and it's just like the time just slipped away from me, but it felt so much better than just like watching interesting videos, but just like being with myself and writing down my thoughts. It was so much
yeah,
better, and it's so simple.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Paul, he says, even more amazing to think the moon is probably a space station. There's a lot of weird stuff about the moon. I know, but still beautiful.
Could be, you know, like could be. And in Kriya Yoga, we call the moon Chandra, and the moon energy is like Soma, right? So we always give respect to the sun, the moon. So if the moon is a space station or not, who knows? You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, could
I'm not
be.
able.
You know, I can't verify it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it could be, but I don't know. You know, what can you say about it?
Yeah, I need to, yeah, unless I can get there. I don't know. I'm not able to astral travel to the moon yet. Not
It
sure.
could be. I'm not saying never. I'm not ruling it out, you know. I don't know. You know, could or not be, you know. But I enjoy it for the big white color, the glowing color that it
Yeah.
has on the full moon, and
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate it. What it is, what it isn't, I have no clue what the moon is. You know, is it there? Isn't it there? Who knows? You know.
Well, that's all of the questions. Well, you know how I
Yeah,
like to
so if
make lists.
anybody has any questions, put it in the YouTube chat. We'll answer it wholeheartedly.
So I was thinking about things to surrender to. So I've got 10 of them. I'm thinking like my need to be right, my pride. I don't need to be right. I surrender. The second one is not fighting, my need to control everything. And my third, the need to be accepted. Fourth, my trusting in a higher power. And five, my divine timing, just surrendering to it. I don't know, and surrendering my health as my body is getting older and just acceptance of my age. Surrendering to my fears. Oh, this is a big one. Surrendering to my financial concerns. That's just like it's eating me up alive right now. I'm surrendering to uncertainties of the future. I'm surrendering to past mistakes. I don't know. And just finally, I'm just deciding to just go with the flow because I'm just too damn tired of fighting it. So that's my
Hmm.
surrender list. Like,
Okay, well, let's go through it like we went through the other
okay.
one. So, what
Um,
is number one?
my need to be right, my pride.
Yeah, so as yogis or yoginis, we live in a state of equanimity. Right or wrong, good or bad, we don't have no dog in the fight. So once you have no need to be right or that, then it kind of dissipates because you don't really have any dog in the fight or you don't really care, right? Like, what is right or wrong anyway? Like, we don't, it doesn't exist in our universe. Like, who do I have anything to prove to, or what am I trying to do by be right? So once you shed that, you don't really care. Like, what the, you know, this is more of an ego based thing. Like, I am right, me, myself, mine, I, me, so like when you see the ego for the joke it is, then you don't want to be anything, right? Like, what difference does it make? I have nothing to prove to anybody. I get nothing from being right or wrong. So I have no need to be right, right?
Yeah. It's okay. I don't need to be right. Second one, not fighting. My need to control everything. I feel like I have to control everything.
Yeah, this Maya delusional world is not gonna adjust to you. And it makes no sense to try to control it. It's going to happen the way it happens. And when you start trying to control the outcome, it's like trying to change the end of a movie. It's going to end the way it ends. The Maya delusional world doesn't adjust to us. We have to adjust to it. So when you see that it's going to happen the way it happens and you have no control over it, you kind of give up your control. Like, I'm not going to try. I'm just going to be light on my toes and adjustable and change course with the Maya delusional world. I'm not going to try. It's not going to adjust to me. So trying to control something that you can't control is a waste of time. So yeah, I wouldn't try to control anything. I would let it happen the way it happens and not get attached to it and just let it happen the way it happens.
Yeah. Third, my need to be accepted.
Yeah, so you don't need anybody's permission or anybody's acceptance. Like, who cares what your neighbor thinks? Who cares what anybody thinks? You don't need to be accepted. Be perfectly happy and love who you are inside yourself. And when you have come from a place of self-love first, then you don't care what anybody else thinks, right? Like, you don't need, why do you need anybody's acceptance, Even people in your family, if they accept your spiritual practice or not, it really doesn't matter. It's between you and God. So, like, definitely people on the street, who cares what they think? So when you shed the reason for acceptance, then you stay light on your toes. You become a free bird. I don't care what other people think of me, and I don't want anybody's acceptance. It's like fool's gold. It's like fairy dust to you. Like, why do I need your acceptance?
Yeah.
How do you control anything over here? You don't. So your acceptance is fool's gold. So I'm trying to get something that I don't need anyway. So other people's acceptance, look at it like fairy dust. They're fool's gold. You don't need it, right? Like,
Yeah.
how does that serve me in the present moment? It doesn't.
Doesn't.
So when you have a direct connection to God, you have no middleman. You have a straight connection. So whether you accept it or not, what difference does it make? How does that serve me? So, and then people hate that because that's how they control you. If you don't care
Mm-hmm.
what other people think, then they can't control you. Like, I don't care what you think, you know? I don't need your acceptance. It's between me and God.
Yes, exactly. I don't. I surrender to just trusting in a higher power. I just surrender to a higher power.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
you surrender to the spiritual path and let it happen the way it happens, then you don't have no expectations. My guru told me, I said, Baba, what's the best advice you could give me for going up the Himalayan mountains? I'm not a mountain man. I'm not good with cold weather. I live in Thailand. I come from Miami, Florida. I'm a tropical kind of guy. Like, I'm in new territory here. He said, no expectations. Let it happen the way it happens and enjoy it for as much as you can. And that would be the best advice I could give you. And absolutely. So when you have expectations, you get disappointed when they don't happen. But if you have no expectations, you can't be disappointed. It happened the way it happened, and I let it happen the way it happened. So you don't have any expectations. It happens the way it happens. So don't have any expectations. Don't get in your own way, and don't put any blockages or obstacles up for yourself or resistance or walls. Just let it happen the way it happens. Let it flow the way it flows. And yeah, this world isn't going to change for you. So you got to let it just happen and,
Yeah.
you know, laugh at it. The comedy show this Maya delusional world is, and say, yeah, there it goes. No expectations. So I'm not disappointed. Maya keeps on Mayaing. So
Keeps on my end.
let it flow the way it flows, and, you know, stay light on my toes. Become that lotus flower, like Buddha said in his mantra, Om Mani Padma
Mhm.
Hum. The lotus flower floats over the dirty water, unaffected by it. So be the jewel in the lotus flower
Yeah.
and float over the dirty water. Let it flow the way it flows, you know, unaffected, you know, unattached, untainted
Yeah.
by the dirty water of this Maya delusional world.
And that bleeds into my next one, the fifth one, my impatience. So just surrendering to divine timing.
Yeah, divine timing happens the way it happens. It happens to different people, different ways. But yeah, I would just let divine timing happen the way it happens. Some people are ready for it. You know, I would love for my 16-year-old daughter to be a yogini and meditate with me. But I have to think of when I was 16, I didn't care anything about the spiritual path either. So everybody's on their divine timing, and you don't try to force it. You just let it happen the way it happens. When I started on the path of Kriya Yoga, I said, I'm going to let it take me to wherever it takes me on whatever timetable it takes me. And I'm going to just enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, you know, and see how far it goes. And wherever it takes me, that's where it takes me. And no expectations, and let it happen on its own time, you know.
Yeah.
So, these different things are in different dimensions, and they're under no time constraint. So sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it takes shorter. It just depends where you're at on the spiritual path. So let it happen the way it happens. Don't force it. Don't try to struggle with it. Let it happen the way it happens, and get out your own way. Divine timing takes shape on its own timing, right? It doesn't follow your rules or regulations, so let it happen the
Nope.
way it happens on its own time.
And then I am surrendering to my health as my body is getting older. I'm just accepting of my age. I surrender to the acceptance of my age.
Yeah, so you just surrender to your own inner doctor. Let it heal you and take shape the way it takes shape, you know. And yeah, one of the most important insights I got on the path to Kriya Yoga, I just try to stop making sense of it and try to stop using my intellectual, logical mind and just let it happen the way it happens. I surrender to the path. Okay, if I'm going to be a Kriya yogi, I'm going to let it take me to wherever it takes me, and I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just let it take me to wherever it takes me. And everybody's body breaks down at one point. Don't get too attached to it. To say, okay, well, I got the tools in my pocket by practicing Kriya yoga, and let me see what I can do to help and heal myself, and become your own inner doctor, and see that external doctors with their white coats, they're just guessing anyway. They don't know how you feel inside yourself. So when you become your inner doctor, you tell me how you feel. I'm not going to tell you how you feel. I have no clue how you feel in your body. So when you surrender to the process, the universe begins to fill in the blanks, or fill in the steps. So let the universe happen the way it happens, and you could never go wrong that way.
I'm surrendering to my fears. Just letting my fears go. I surrender.
Yeah, definitely let your fears go. Let your fears shed. They don't serve you. You take that trash out to the curb. I mean, in my personal opinion, fear is a wasted emotion. What do I get from it? It basically opens the door for other people to control you when you come from a fear-based state, So be a fearless yogi or yogini. Don't fear anything, let it happen the way it happens. And I don't know how fear would serve you. So no matter what happens, stay in a fearless state where you just laugh at the Maya delusional world. Like, I'm not scared of you. Look at you. Oh, I'm scared. I'm going to lose my life. I don't care. Please help me ascend faster. I'm scared I'm going to lose my car. All cars break down. Let it go. I'm scared I'm going to lose my money. Money is only temporary. It goes from my hand to somebody else's hand. This is how it works. I'm not attached to it. Let it go, let it flow, let it go, let it go. Like
Let it
Elsa
go.
says in Frozen, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it flow, So, when you don't care, how can you be in a state of fear? You really can't. So, oh, that's what happens, Oh, so don't let other people's ghost story become your ghost story, like in a fear state. Like, let me tell you, friend, you should be scared of this. You're going to lose your life, or you're going to lose your money, or blah, 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 The world is ever changing. The Dharma wheel keeps turning. People who are on top today will be on the bottom tomorrow. So just understand the wheel keeps on turning, and money is ever changing. The world is ever changing. So don't get attached to anything. Then you can't suffer. Suffering comes from fear of loss, right? I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to lose my money. I'm going to lose my loved one. I'm going to lose my partner. But if you understand this is how the universe and the system works, you just stay fearless out there, my friends. Yeah. Stay fearless,
Well, another fear is I think this is something we can all relate to, is like a fear of financial concerns. Letting that fear go of money.
Yeah, that fairy dust paper money is always in the back of your mind. And from birth, you've been conditioned to identify with money. Money defines me. Ones and zeros. This paper defines me. But I have a better perspective because in the Himalayan mountains, we never talked about money. So it was a non-issue. I don't even remember talking about it at all. So it gave me the right mindset. Like, I shouldn't be focusing on this ever-changing money or financial situation, because that's how they get you attached, right? And that's how they get you in a financial cage. But if you're a yogi or a yogini or a sannyasi or renunciate, you don't have no money. So it's not a non-issue to you. Ramayana Maharishi, one of my favorite enlightened beings, when he got to the place of his ashram, he took all his money and threw it in the lake. I never want to touch this money. And he got his wish. So I always thought that was a beautiful thing. Like, yeah, don't be too attached to money. Try to live as minimalist as possible, you know? When the C word happened, I looked at my, what would they call it? Burn rate, right? How much money do I have going out? Now that I have no money coming in, what do I need to shed? You know, let me be like a yogi and be light on my feet. You know, do I need this? Nope, I don't need that. Goodbye. You know, let me go back to my cave and be a renunciate and just have the bare minimum. Okay. What do I need? I need electricity. I need water. I need internet. Okay. I need food. Good. That's all I need. All this other junk that I used to think I need no longer serve me. So go light on your feet, you know, reduce your burn rate, right? The money you have coming in shouldn't be all the money that's going out. So try to save some. And who knows? This world is ever changing. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, tomorrow they could shut it down again. They're just giving you a preview of what can happen. So everything is ever changing in this universe. So stay light on your toes. Only the bare necessary things, and
Yeah.
reduce as much cost as you can. You know. So that's
What
basically what I did.
that segues into the next one, like our uncertainties of the future, just surrendering to our uncertainties of the future.
So this whole universe, this whole existence is uncertain. Everything is ever changing and ever moving, and tomorrow's a new day. So you can't stay rigid and stiff in this Maya delusional world, because everything is uncertain. Everything is ever changing. So when you have that perspective, it keeps you more light on your feet. Like, yeah, that's what happens. It's not going to happen the way I want it. It's all uncertain. You know, I don't. The 24-hour news cycle. You know, people don't even remember like who Joe Biden is or Kamala Harris. That was less than a year ago. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't even remember what happened last week in the news cycle. You know, like it's the 24-hour news cycle just keeps moving and moving and moving and moving and moving, you know, and it's all uncertain. So it's almost like trying to get on a moving train, you know. Don't try to do it yourself. Let it happen. It's all uncertain. It's all Maya delusion. It's all a bunch of pictures on the movie screen of the universe. And when you don't try to control it or make it happen the way you want it to happen, you just let it pass. Up, there it goes. Maya keeps on Mayaing. Let it happen the way it happens. And I have no dog in the fight. And I just watch the pictures go by. And I understand that nothing is certain. Nothing happens the way I want it to happen. I just let it happen the way it happens. And we're all uncertain, so it's not going to happen the way I want it to happen. So when you have that discernment and discrimination to see that it's all uncertain, right? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? You know, like nothing's going to happen the way you want it to happen. You just let it flow. And yeah, you know, I knew that was going to happen because this whole Maya delusional world is uncertain and it doesn't adjust to me. I have to adjust to it and stay light on my feet. So I would say it's all uncertain.
Yes. And my last one is past mistakes, because I'll like think about something from the past and I'm like replaying it in my mind as if it's happening. So just learning to like let the past go, surrendering to it is my last
Absolutely. Let the past go. I always say I ate a cheeseburger 10 years ago. Who cares? The past is water under the bridge. It's already clouds passing in the sky. You did it. It happened the way it happened, and you just let it go, No need to hold on to those rocks in your backpack, that trauma that happened when you were a child or whatever. You just let it go. Water under the bridge, clouds passing in the sky. Whatever I did in the past, it happened the way it happened, and I have no thoughts about it. I turn the page on the past, right? Why do I need to carry around these rocks that no longer serve me? It happened the way it happened, let it happen the way it happened. And I shed these rocks out my backpack. I have a rock in my backpack. I had trauma when I was a child. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I ate a cheeseburger when I was 10 years old. Goodbye, rock.
Yes.
I have, I treated a person a certain way that I'm not proud of. Goodbye. My mother said this to me. Goodbye. My father said this to me. Goodbye. My neighbor said this to me. Goodbye. My teacher said this to me. Goodbye. My boss at work said this to me. Goodbye. Goodbye. Rocks,
Yeah.
rocks, all out, right? Let me open my backpack. No rocks. Woo, light on my feet. Traveling light, my friend. No baggage. No more rocks. I don't even know why I need this backpack. Goodbye, backpack.
Yeah.
Traveling light, my friend. That's why I like the Agori, the sannyasi pass, right? They only have the clothes on their back, right?
Yeah.
Traveling light. I don't have any of these attachments, any of these rocks in my backpack. I let them all go, and I travel light,
Yes.
My guru always used to say, when you ascend and you take the divine flight, have no baggage, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Where's your check bags? No baggage, only the clothes on my back. Actually, I don't think I need these clothes. I'm going butt naked on the divine flight, right? I don't even want to attach to these clothes, right?
Yeah.
So where's your luggage? No luggage. I come into this world naked and I go out this world naked. So I'm taking the divine flight naked, right? I have no attachments. I shed everything. So travel light, my friends, no baggage. You begin to see when you become aware that all these rocks in your backpack no longer serve you. So don't hold any rocks. Just let them go and travel light, Don't let them wear you down. Whatever trauma you have from earlier in your life or you're still thinking about or holding on to, burn it up in the fire. Let it be like clouds passing in the sky, water under the bridge,
Yeah. Surrender feels like freedom. I'm just like, I'm too damn tired to fight it. I'm just going with the flow now. I'm free.
Surrender is freedom. You are free. Be a free bird. The cage door is open from your bird cage. Fly high, birds. Fly like an eagle.
Yeah.
Let your spirit be free,
Fly like an eagle.
Fly like an eagle. Like the great philosopher Steve Miller from the Steve Miller Band said, fly like an eagle. Time keeps on slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle. Let my soul be free, right?
Yes.
So feel the wind under your wings. Fly and be free. Don't be in anybody's box. Don't be in anybody's cage. Be a free bird. Enjoy yourself. Flying high.
That sounds exhilarating. Paul is here, who says, I feel I'm reversing the aging process through yoga. There will also be amazing new medical tech using light and sound coming soon. Yes, there will be.
Yeah, absolutely. When you start making a commitment to do your sadhana, your yogic practice, you'd be surprised. Like, I also feel like I'm reversing my aging process. I feel like I'm going backwards. So yoga, when you surrender to the asanas, the pranayama, the meditation, the mantra japa, the bhakti, you really see that it turns back the time clock in your aging process. So, I mean, right now, I feel better than I felt when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I treated my body like an amusement park. When I woke up, I felt like I got hit by a truck. I drank Pepsi all day. I ate Doritos. I ate donuts. I ate Skittles. I don't know. I did Taco Bell, everything I could, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. I treated my body like an amusement park. Now I feel way better than I felt when I was
Yeah.
20 years old. I used to wake up like a ton of bricks, like, oh.
Yeah. Ugh.
So now I feel I jump out of bed like, woohoo, look at that sun.
Woo-hoo.
Woo. God is the greatest, right? Wake up with a smile on my face. Look at those birds. Look at those clouds. Oh my God. Life is so great, Outstanding. Look at that moon, Whoa,
Yeah. Whoa.
those clouds are so puffy, right? God is the best artist of all time. How did God paint this so beautifully? It's so outstanding. It's so great, right? I'm so grateful for all this gratitude and happiness and contentment and satisfaction. Everything is outstanding.
Yeah, I like what Paul said about healing through light and sound, like the mantras, like the sounds, like words and the sounds that words vibrate. And yeah, and I'm just thinking like the sun heals us too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we have a practice in our Kriya Yoga school called the sun worship song or the sun salutation. So it's like a twofold, right? Like Surya Namaskar, which basically means praising the sun. So I do this first thing when I get up. I basically do Surya Namaskar asana, aligning my body, aligning my chakras from the top down, from the bottom up. And then I sing a song called the Science of Sun Worship Song, where I basically make right turns, exposing my whole body to the healing rays of the sun while praising the sun. Thank you, sun, for the beautiful job you're doing. Keep up the great work. Son, you are the greatest, So yeah, I agree with you. And your body is mostly water. So the frequency and the mantra japa and the sound syllables and the bijas that you say to your body really vibrate your body and really open your chakras and align your susimna nadi and let your nadis breathe, So yeah, I agree with you totally. The sound syllables and the frequency that you say to your body always speak highly to the water in your body, because the water in your body is listening, and let it be the best it can. Have that self-love and that self-care for your body that should be like a nuclear power plant. Love yourself wholeheartedly as best as you can.
Well, guess what? Our friend Darren Carter's here. He says, morning, yogis. Morning.
Top of the morning to you, my UK brother, Darren Carter. Glad to have you here, as always.
Whenever I see Darren Carter's name, it just makes me so happy.
Yeah, me too. I love having our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass brother Darren here.
Yeah.
Outstanding. We enjoy the collective energy.
Katu Roti has some questions.
Well, before you go on this, let me stretch my feet. How long have we been on here now?
2 hours and 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, it's stretch time.
And yeah, we did Mantra Monday before this, so I'm on extra time, right?
Yeah. Well, when I give you Katu Roti's questions, I'm going to take a necessary break for just 1 minute. So if I step away, I'm coming right back. So
well, you could step away now if you want.
Okay, I'll be right back. I just need to take a necessary break.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So yeah, while Vanessa's taking a necessary break, make sure you put all your YouTube questions in the YouTube chat. We'll try to answer them wholeheartedly. Up on deck is Katu Roti. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Watch all of our Babaji quotes. Watch all of our soul talks and satsangs and Mantra Monday videos. And yeah, and if you get a chance, make sure you subscribe to soullender.com, collecting like-minded souls from all around the world. We have almost 800 members, so we have a good feature. It's called Map, and you can see location pins from like-minded yogis and yoginis maybe you make a romantic connection, somebody who's on your same frequency. That would be great. Or maybe you find some people who are on the spiritual path like you, practicing spiritual techniques. So, and if you want to join me, Veronica, Paul, Darren, and the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, go to KriyaYogaMasterclass.com.
Yes.
Okay, Veronica's back.
I'm back.
Let's get to work.
Kati Rochi wants to know, do you have any thoughts on trauma, being trapped in the body, any techniques to release this trauma? Maybe yoga, shaking, dancing, movement. What are your thoughts?
So to release trauma, I mean, in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, we have numerous. We cut the cords. We have different affirmations or different questions that help us see that this trauma that we're holding on to really no longer serves us. So it's different for everybody. That's why we have hundreds of Kriyas in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. So something has to work for you. So it's not one size fits all. Some people are able to overcome their trauma just by having an affirmation like, this no longer serves me. This rock in my backpack, I'm going to throw it off my backpack. I don't know why I'm carrying this or why this is weighing me down anymore. So whatever trauma you have, there are numerous different techniques, but it's not one size fits all. I would say whatever helps you overcome the trauma you have, that would be the best technique. And I would see, like, the best way to look at your trauma is, how does this serve me? Like, why do I need to carry this rock anymore? And 99% of the time, you'll see you don't need to carry the rock anymore. It's this weighing you down. You're holding on to it for no reason, you know? Like, why would I think about a cheeseburger I ate 10 years ago? You know? It's water under the bridge, you know? I can't go back in time and change it. You know, I need to let it go. It happened. Okay, whatever, you know, but how does this serve me in the present moment? Why do I need to hold this trauma? I should just let it go. So if you become aware that your trauma no longer serves you, and I don't know how it would ever serve you, you would just let it go. And like I said, throw those rocks out of your backpack and stay light on your feet, and see that whatever trauma you're holding on to no longer serves you. So there's different ways that people choose to shed their trauma, but I would say the best way is what works best for you. So I would try them all. Try shaking, try detachment, try cutting the cords of trauma. I would try everything, and which one works for you, put it in your pocket. But it's not one size fits all, you know. It's different for everybody. But I would say in my case, the best way to shed trauma is to realize it no longer serves you. I don't need these rocks in my backpack. Like I said earlier, you know, what my boss did to me, throw out that rock.
Yeah.
What my mother did to me, throw out that rock. What my father did, throw out that rock. You know, what my teacher did, throw out that rock. What my girlfriend did to me, throw out that rock. What my wife did to me, throw out that rock. Throw out all these rocks. They no longer serve you. Today is a new day. Tomorrow, wake up and wipe the slate clean. No more trauma. Why do I need to carry this? No more. Today is a new day. I'm going to be the creator of my life. I'm going to go to my happy place. I'm going to make my life how I want. This trauma no longer serves me. I don't want to carry these rocks anymore. They're too heavy. I let them go. So I shed them. But the best way, the only way who could define the best way for you is for you to define it, right? So the best technique is what works best for you. So I would try everything, and what makes you feel the best, that would be what I'd put in my toolbox or my pocket to help me overcome trauma. But I would say, as a good practice, how does this trauma serve me? And you begin to see it doesn't serve you. Throw those rocks out your
Yeah.
backpack, Katu Roti.
Don't need them. Katu Roti's next question is, I want to live life to the fullest. So I think
Mm.
that I should have a range of experiences and be the best person I can be. So I want to be successful in all aspects of my life, such as my career, etc., relationships, finances, spirituality, etc. However, part of me thinks I should focus solely on spirituality. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I would integrate your spiritual path with your life experience also. So you have one foot in the spiritual world and one foot out of the spiritual world. But when you begin to integrate these spiritual practices into your daily life, you become a 24-hour meditator, or you become in a 24-hour meditative state or a mindful state 24 hours. So if you go to work, you're still mindful and meditative. You take out the trash, you're still meditative and mindful. So both work together, and you'll see your your career path or your love path or whatever you're trying to do becomes more fluid, and the pieces of the puzzle come together a lot more better because you have an open mind. You're not stiff and rigid. You're not trying to force or struggle and make something happen. You let it happen the way it happens. Okay. You know, I'm still a yogi, whether I'm in the Maya delusional world, and I'm still a yogi when I'm meditating. So you carry that 24-hour a day yogic, meditative, mindful state no matter what you do. If I'm in a relationship, I'm meditative and mindful, right? And understanding. If I'm at work, I'm meditative and mindful and understanding. If I'm driving my car, I'm meditative, mindful, and understanding. If I'm with my family, I'm meditative, mindful, and understanding. If I'm taking out the trash, meditative, mindful, and understanding. If I'm washing the dishes, meditative, mindful, and understanding. If I'm taking a shower, meditative, mindful, and understanding. If I'm going to sleep, meditative and mindful and understanding. So I'm eating food, meditative, mindful, and understanding. So everything you do in life, regardless of what it is, becomes a meditative and mindful practice. So yeah, I wouldn't separate the two. I would integrate the two, and it's kind of like pieces of the puzzle fitting together, right? If I'm in a relationship, I'm going to be who I am, a meditative and mindful person, you know? So, or if I'm at work, meditative and mindful. And it kind of creates like a shield up for you too. So when they try to attack you, you still maintain that meditative and mindful state, right? Someone's angry at you, meditative, mindful, you know? Your boss doesn't like what you did, meditative and mindful, right? Unaffected by it, you know? And you become a mirror to other people where they say like, I don't know why this guy is so happy. I want to be like him. You know, I yelled at him. I told him how stupid he was, and he was unaffected by it, you know? So it makes them feel they need to be better by looking at you. Like you become a good example, right? You know, no matter what I said to this guy, he was unaffected by it. So, yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but I want to do it too. So you start to collectively raise other people's vibration also. So, yeah, integrate spiritual practices into your daily life and, you know, carry that with you. So no matter what happens in this crazy Maya delusional world, there's no separation. You're in the world, but not of the world. So when you're in the world, you carry your meditative, mindful state 24 hours a day, and everything becomes a meditation practice no matter what you do. So I wouldn't let there be any duality or separation. I would combine them two and integrate them together, right? Like I'm at work, I can't be meditative. Wrong. You integrate the meditation into your work, right? And it becomes a more blissful, happy experience than a struggling, forcing experience. So, yeah, stay meditative and mindful and understanding 24 hours a day, Katu Roti.
For relationships, is there such a thing as true love, or is it just like a business transaction? How to enter a relationship where true, unconditional love blossoms rather than filling the void?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't look at it as a business transaction. That seems kind of harsh and kind of mechanical. You know,
Yeah.
you
I'm
should.
gonna schedule you in.
So I'm gonna pencil you in. You know, like so. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that harsh. Or I don't know. When you find somebody that you connect with and you align with, then it becomes a blissful experience. But I wouldn't try to put like rules or guidelines or guardrails on it. I would just let it happen the way it happens. Like, this is who I am, and you either love me or you leave me alone. But when you're in love with your self-love and your self-care, how can you love other people when you don't love yourself first? So I would do your inner work, your inner self-care and your inner self-love, and start with yourself, right? Before you start branching out to others. And when you really radiate that self-love, that self-consciousness, that self-awareness, then you will attract like-minded people because your frequencies are harmonizing, right? So you won't attract mechanical people like a business transaction. You will attract like-minded people because they're picking up your frequency and you're picking up their frequency. So the match kind of happens, but the more you raise your consciousness, the less matches there are. Let's say it like that. So it's a process for all yogis and yoginis to find like-minded people harmonizing on their same frequency. So I would say just be the best person you could be and be open and light on your toes. And when the opportunity presents itself, be ready, you know? And when mechanical opportunities present themselves, you're aware of that and like, no, not a fit for me, you know? I don't want a business transaction, you know? I don't want to pencil people in. I want people that uplifts my inner energy, you know? I want pluses. I don't want minuses, right? So if minuses present, you say, nope, you know? Like, what do they call this thing? Tinder, right? Swipe, 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 swipe. I like that one. That one feels good. Heart. You know, so I don't know. It's more spiritual freeing when you're light on your toes, right? When you don't have like rules or guidelines or obligations that people have to do. Just see where this world takes you, and you'd be surprised. If you're radiating unconditional love, you'd be surprised who's attracted to your energy. So, yeah, I wouldn't make it mechanical and a business decision. I would make it more spiritually uplifting, right? Like, be with somebody who supports you and uplifts you, you know, which is easier said than done on the spiritual path. This is probably the hardest thing that yogis and yoginis and people walking the spiritual path. Because if your frequency is up here, it's hard to relate to somebody's frequency down here, right? You know, dogs don't get along with cats and cats don't get along with dogs, but two cats will merge together, you know? So
Yeah.
apples don't resonate with oranges, you know? So like it's hard, you know? And if you're like a super cat, trying to find another super cat is hard. So the more you raise your frequency, the more harder it is to find matches in the dating pool, let's say, you know? So I would just go with the flow and let it happen the way it happens. I wouldn't try to force anything. Like, just stay open, stay light on your toes, and radiate self-love. When you love yourself, you be surprised of who you can attract just by your frequency. So have a great frequency and let the matches come, how they come.
Yeah, I've been thinking about soulmates, like if they're really real. Like, just because somebody loves you doesn't mean they're not going to hurt you. But it's just
Mm.
like love feels so good, and then like a love gone wrong, it hurts the worst. But I think we all want to capture that love. But yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I think accepting each other as they are, maybe that's the first step. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to change anybody. I would just accept them the way they are.
Yeah.
This is the way they are, and do I want to take this journey with this person, or do I not want to take this
Yeah.
journey with the person? When you have a higher awareness, you make choices that suit you the best. So yeah, I would just try to make your energy as best as you can, as high as you can, and as lovable as you can, and don't force it. Let it happen the way it happens, and when you have the love of God or the divine inside you as you're not searching too much. You're just saying pretty open, you're not needy or necessary, you say, when I got the love of match G, why,
Yeah.
unless I find a match that loves me the same as match G, which is going to be hard. I think I'm pretty good,
Maybe that's a good sign. You don't have to force anything. It just happens. You don't have
Yeah,
to
just
force it. It's a good sign.
let it happen, right?
Yeah.
Let it happen the way it happens, and stay
Yeah.
light on your toes. Don't try to force it. Don't try to have any expectations. Just let it happen the way
Yeah.
you happen, and love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself first, then how can you love
Yeah.
others? So always love yourself first, and then when you radiate that self-love, then you'll attract like-minded people,
Yeah.
or maybe you won't. So but I wouldn't put any expectations on yourself. I just
Yeah.
let it happen the way it happens, and you'd be surprised how things kind of come together when you're not, you're light on your toes.
Yeah. I don't know. They always say it happens when you're not looking. So.
Yeah, it happens when you're not looking. Run
Yeah.
towards love.
Yeah.
Love runs away from you. Run away from love, it runs towards you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the mantra, the mindset I have about love, money, and health, and
Yeah.
all this stuff, So I just don't really think about it. I let it happen the way it happens. And, if someone wants to add to my energy, I'm
Yes.
open to it. If they want to steal from my energy, I'm not open to it. So
Yeah.
support me and uplift me. Rising tides lift all boats. Tell me
Yeah.
how stupid my spiritual practice is. You can get lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Not loving. Hateful.
Not loving, draining, minusing, very
Yeah.
much so. Goodbye. Bye,
Yeah.
Felicia. Swaha.
Yeah. Be about loving, not, yeah, don't talk about it, be about it.
ABC,
Yeah.
Don't let the door hit you, where the good Lord split you. Goodbye.
So, wise words from your father.
Yeah.
So wise. Katu Roti says, when you say Maya delusional world, do you mean the media, government, etc., or do you mean the whole world, including ordinary people? Oh, it's an interesting thought.
Yeah, I would say all of the above. I mean, the Maya delusional world is the whole package. My guru and all these Buddhists I know, they all said the same thing. It's all Maya. So they would say everything is Maya. Like, what isn't Maya? We're not attached to nothing. That is more of a hardcore perspective, yogic perspective, that everything is Maya. But Yeah, I would just to say to cover all bases, everything is Maya.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the other. So they look at in the Kriya Yoga tradition, they have what's called equanimity. So they look at everything as Maya, everything equal. The good is not Maya. That's Maya too, and the bad is Maya. So you can't have the bad Maya and not the good Maya. It's all Maya. So we don't get attached to the good or the bad. We stay in a state of equanimity. No dog in the fight. It's all Maya. It's all delusion. You know, but yeah, I don't know. I would create your Maya the way you think it works best for you. If you want to keep some good and not define that as Maya and define the other stuff as Maya, it's perfectly fine. You are the creator of your own Maya. Make it however you want. So there's no rules or guidelines on Maya. Make it however you want. The hardcore yogis say it's all Maya. Maybe you want to keep some things that make you happy. Well, I got an iPhone 17. It's not Maya. I keep
Yeah.
that. I enjoy that. The mainstream media, that's Maya. Okay, I don't want that. The social media slot machine of different social media platforms. So yeah, I don't want that. Or I don't know. Maybe I like the dolphin and the leopard videos. So maybe I'll keep that over here too.
Yeah.
You keep and you use your own discrimination to discernment what you want to keep. You might want to keep some Maya or you want to shed all Maya. It depends. If you're a Gori or a sannyasi or a Himalayan yogi, it's all Maya to you. But if you're in the world but not of the world, maybe you should keep some Maya around that you enjoy, right? I enjoy some Skittles once a month. I like that Maya.
Yeah.
It takes I taste the rainbow, It just depends.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put up any rules or guidelines. I would just let it happen the way it happens. Most of these yogis, a lot of people put like projections on them. If you're a yogi, you can't smoke, or if you're a yogi, you can't eat sweets, or if you're a yogi, when you become a yogi, you do whatever you feel like. You're a free bird. So don't let other people's projection of what a yogi or walking the spiritual path is. You make your own spiritual path how you want, right? And, don't let their rules become your rules, right? Well, if you're a real yogi, you can't go on YouTube. Wrong. Real yogis do whatever they want, Real yoginis do whatever they want. We don't want to fit in your box. We don't want your rules to become our rules. We do whatever we want. If a Gori decides he wants to smoke, let him smoke. It doesn't make him less of a Gori, right? If I eat some Skittles tomorrow, it doesn't make me less of a yogi. If you want to dye your hair a different color, it doesn't make you less of a yogini, right? So when you know who you are and you know thyself, no one can tell you who you're not. So be a free bird and do whatever you want. That is probably my best suggestion.
Sounds great. Katu Roti's next question is how to manage chronic physical pain.
Well, this is a tall mountain to climb, When your physical body is in a chronic state of pain, it really activates your monkey mind. And it's really hard to do your inner work because you're so distracted by the pain that your physical body is. So the best way to overcome chronic pain, if you're in a hospital bed, I would just go inside you as you. Like, I told my mother one time, if I'm in a coma, do not pull the plug on me because I'm inside me as me doing my inner work. It might not look like I'm doing stuff, but I'm basically shutting down my physical body to do my inner work. So when you go into a heightened state of samadhi, that's basically what you're doing also. You're slowing your breathing, you're slowing your heart rate so you can preserve your physical body. So when you go into a timeless state of samadhi, there's a body to come back to. Now, there have been yogis who have petrified their body and there was no body to come back to if they wanted to. Maybe they didn't. There's certain yogis that just are into Maha Samadhi, which is so blissful that they shed their physical body. Like, goodbye, I don't need this junk car no more, this physical meat suit. So if you're in a chronic state of pain, I would go to a comfortable, relaxed state. Like, let's say, like laying on your back in the hospital bed, and I would just go inside you as you, and I would do your inner work. Like, I would heal yourself, but that requires you kind of shutting down your body. Like when you go into samadhi, they call it the breathless state of communion with God, which most people think you're holding your breath, but you're not. You're thinning your breath so thin that it looks like you're not even breathing, right? My guru would put his finger under my nose. He didn't want to feel anything, right? Because, we're thinning our breaths. We're preserving our body so much. So if your body's in a state of chronic pain, I would preserve your body as much as you can, and I would go inside your body in a relaxed state, and I would try to do your inner work inside you as you. But this takes a lot of practice because it's going to be hard, because when you're in a state of pain, your monkey mind is super activated, right? So it's like, we can't meditate, so it's distracted, It's like, look over here. Yeah, how can you meditate when you can't even walk or whatever? So like it activates. So it'd be a good idea to just do your inner work, and go inside you as you, and try to heal yourself from the inside out, Like, I wouldn't, if you're in a super state of pain, I would take something to kind of ease the pain, to stop activating the monkey mind. So it's less harder to go into a meditative state. But this takes a lot of practice. And this is probably the hardest mountain to climb on the Kriya Yoga path. But if you have the right mindset and the right awareness, you could overcome it. So, I mean, I've seen many yogis who should have went to the hospital, but they just shut their body down and did their own inner work, and they came out better on the other side, But this took years of practice and, a long time. So it just depends. Do you want to alleviate pain quickly or long term, So I don't know. Only you could decide that, So you begin to see the healing is more of a marathon, not a sprint. So some people want the medical procedure or the pill to help them faster, because the pain is too intense. But most yogis would, or yoginis would, take the long road, and they would do their inner work. So we usually have a practice. If somebody goes into a state of samadhi to heal themselves, we don't bother them, unless they go too far, because you come to a threshold, which I came to at one point, where you have to make a decision. Do you want to come back to your physical body, or do you want to shed your physical body? I chose to come. Well, I don't know if I chose. My guru woke me up out of the samadhi state, and I was like, why did you wake me up out of the samadhi state? You know the rules. He was like, you were going too far. You have an 8 and 5 days, and if I didn't, you might go too far and not have a body to come back to. So, that's why I woke you up. If you chose to go that route, perfectly fine. But I want to stop you from hurting yourself, because because I have seen other people go this route, and maybe they went too far. And when you go into a trance of samadhi, you don't know anything. Time has no meaning, weather. So you need somebody to spot you or watch you. You know what I'm saying? So my guru was spotting me and watching me. You know, like I was crossing that threshold of not coming back. So I'm glad I did come back, because I wouldn't be here with all of you.
Yes. We're glad too.
There would be no one would ever heard of Vedagurudev
Yeah.
or whatever. There would be no live stream or no
Nope.
Kriya Yoga School. So yeah, so I don't know. I would, if you're in chronic pain, I would try to gather as much techniques as you can. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do asanas, but like pranayama, breath work, meditation, maybe some mantra japa if you can. You know, like if you don't have a mala or raksha bees, I would say the mantras internally, which is more effective. And I would just find what internal techniques really help you overcome your pain, you know, and your chronic pain. And yeah, that would probably be my best suggestion. So if I ever get a chronic state of pain, which I hope I don't, but everybody's vehicle, junk car, eventually breaks down. No one's going to get out of here alive with their physical body. So it's probably going to happen to all of us, but that's probably what I would do. I would do my inner work, and what techniques I could do, that's what I would focus on, you know, probably more breath work, more meditative state, going into samadhi, shutting down my physical body so I could focus my energy on whatever pain point, wherever I have it. I would focus my prana, my shakti to that point, and really go to war with that point, right? Like, see it as an opportunity to use my healing techniques that I learned in the Himalayan mountains to heal myself. Like I said, if you get hurt in the Himalayan mountains, no one's coming to save you. Actually, the Indian government made me sign a waiver. If you get hurt or die, we're not responsible, you know? So they ain't sending a helicopter to come pick you up, you know? You're
on your own.
You're on your own, right? And if you're lucky, you have some like-minded yogis who've been storing their prana, you know, and can help you collectively. And if you find somebody who needs your prana, you give it wholeheartedly to them. So yeah, so no doctors, no white coats, no hospitals, no pharmacies up there. Healing yourself. You know.
Katu Roti says, please skip my questions and answers others when needed. I just need to head off soon. Well, I only skip questions if I see if we're try to stay on the same line of I don't know, same stream of consciousness. But
did we skip any of his questions or no?
I went right through them all.
Okay. Yeah, we're answering all your questions wholeheartedly, Katu Roti, you know. Sometimes I get long-winded and go on a rant, but go down memory lane of the Himalayan mountains, healing yourself, you know.
It's like we're there.
But just be patient with us. We're getting to it, you know.
Yeah.
I usually go to the stream of conscious dissipates, you know. So well, before you go, hopefully you haven't gone already. Let me know what else you want answered.
Yeah, we're here to answer everybody's questions. Darren Carter sends happy faces. So thank you.
Happy faces, 24-hour day smile for everybody. Maintain that 24-hour day smile. Laughter in your heart, you know. Never go wrong.
Sandy says, personally, I manifested true spiritual love in my 40s. It exists. As Rumi wrote, what you seek is seeking you, and that applies to anything. Well said.
True. I agree with you. If you tune into the right frequency, it'll be easier to harmonize your situation, your circumstance of your choosing. So you'd be surprised when you create the same wavelengths and transmute that radio signal, that nuclear power plant signal out there into the universe. The universe tends to fill in the steps and give you what you want, you know? So if you're coming from a place of lack, you're not going to get what you want. It's like kicking the wall. But if you're coming from a place of gratefulness, gratitude, and abundance and satisfaction and content, you'd be surprised of what will crystallize and harmonize and come into your life when you're least suspected. So, yeah, I agree with Sandy. If you have the right mindset, you'd be surprised at what you can manifest. So I would always come from a place of gratefulness and gratitude and abundance, and it'd be a lot easier to harmonize what you're trying to get, you know? The things that are harder to get, like say you want to win the lottery, takes a lot more harmonization, right? But things that are easily attainable and in your environment, it's easier to attain. So, you know, I would start off slow and work your way up to the lottery. Let's say it like that, you know? I'm still working on the lottery myself. It's not working. So, but you know, the things that are more easily attainable are easier to harmonize with. So if you're sending out radio signals in your immediate area, like let's say 20 kilometers, it's probably easier to get than something that's far away, you know? So I don't know. I would try out and see what works best for you. But yeah, I agree with Sandy. If you have the right mindset and the right frequency and the right energy, the pieces of the puzzle come together and they kind of harmonize and crystallize and shape your circumstances. So you could kind of create your own reality. So yeah, give it a try.
Speaking of soulmates, I keep seeing this ads for this new movie coming out, the new vampire movie. And from what I've seen, it looks like his true love is killed in front of him, and he has to wait 400 years for her to reincarnate. And then they come together 400 years later, and there's just like an instant recognition, like she can remember past lives. And then I was thinking about Shiva and Parvati, and Shiva waited many lifetimes for Parvati to come back to him. So I was just thinking, like, how do you know if you've met your soulmate? Is there like an instant recognition? I don't know. It's an interesting question until you like meet your soulmate. How do you know? I don't know. I was just thinking maybe like there's a deep understanding of each other. Maybe it's just like it just feels good to be with each other. But I don't know. Maybe, Sandy, how did you know he was the one?
Yeah, that's a good question, right? I mean, I'm still a house under construction. I would like to know the answer to this myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could just kind of guess, like, you felt like you've known this person your whole life, and you just instantly feel like this person can finish your sentence, and this person makes you better, and that person makes you better, and you just uplift each other. Like if you have one fire, it's just a fire. But if you have two fires, it's a super fire. So when those two fires merge together and the divine union of the universe, Shiva and Shakti, come together, it's like a supernova, like a universal explosion, you know? I mean, I'm just guessing. I would like to feel that one myself.
Yeah, something that doesn't feel like work, and it's just trust. You just trust this person. Those are good ingredients.
Better insights on this than I do.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not running towards it. We'll see.
Yeah, like you could just, I don't know, like you feel this person is there to support you and catch you. So if
Yeah.
you were falling backwards, this person would always be there to catch you, and you would always be there to catch that person. And you, when the pieces of the puzzle come together, it just creates a perfect situation, you know? Like one flame merges with the other flame. It's a super pillar of light and a flame, like the divine union of Shiva and Shakti, you
Yeah.
know? So
We're
yeah,
all working together.
but yeah, I'm still feeling my way in the dark around
Yeah.
that, like most yogis and yogini is. So if you're
When
out
I
there, holler at me.
yeah. When you know, you know. Like
When
Sandy
you
says.
know, right? If you get a tingling feeling from
Yeah.
Vedarudev's
Yeah. Or
words,
like,
you
or your
know,
heart's like pounding.
shoot me an email or a
Yeah.
DM.
Yeah. Well, maybe she's on Soul Linder.
Yeah, I checked around my area, not nobody in my immediate area.
No. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe with the internet, time and space does not exist. I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm
Yeah.
sending out the calling, and
Yeah.
maybe the universe will fill in my steps for
Yeah.
Vedagurudev, right? Like, or maybe it sees like he don't need that distraction in his life right
Yeah.
now. He needs to focus on the path. He's doing good work. He's helping people. We don't need that, you know. But
Yeah.
who knows? You know,
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
Yeah. We were talking about divine timing. That'll happen when it happens.
Yeah, divine timing.
Sandy says, we were friends first. We met online, met through a spiritual online meet up. I didn't meet till a couple years later because I was still working on self-acceptance. Yeah, divine timing. Ah,
Yeah, it's all divine timing. You know, if the person really wants to be with you, then they'll wait for you to have your own self-love and self-care and self-awareness, and that will make the union better. So yeah, I guess if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and that person will wait, you know.
yeah,
So no matter how much time it takes, so it's all divine timing. And yeah, if they feel like you're the perfect match for them, they'll wait for you however long it takes, you know. So it's all in divine timing.
yeah. Sandy says that we had common interests, questions and curiosities, supportiveness, non-judgment. Funny thing is that the very month I wrote a list of what I wanted to manifest in a partner, he showed up.
Mm.
Whoa.
That's the universe filling in the steps,
And like
right?
I've got
The,
yeah,
the universe had its ears open and it was listening. So
yeah, you put your order
they
in.
they shines this grace on you
Yeah,
and throw you a bone, right? Like,
yeah,
okay, all right. I like this person's energy, so that maybe the archangels or ascended masters, the spirit guides, heard your calling and cleared the path. But
yeah.
yeah,
They were like,
yeah.
Sandy, describe
When when we try to manifest in our school, we try to go in as much detail as possible, right? So when they're going to throw you a bone or the universe is going to fill in the steps, they don't have to guess. You've laid it out. This day, this time, this situation, this is what I'm asking to crystallize and manifest. So seems to work okay, you know. So yeah, I would give it a try. Try to put as much detail in it as possible, and who knows what the possibilities are out there.
yeah. I was just thinking, Sandy, you put your order in and the universe says like, all right, this guy checks all the boxes. We'll send him your way. You
Yeah,
put your order in.
I got a candidate right
Here.
readily available. Let's clear that path, you know.
I was thinking about the Shiva Parvati love story, and I don't know. Shiva waited many lifetimes for Parvati, and then Parvati, she had a dream of what Shiva looked like, and she just loved him instantly. And then she saw him in real life, and she's like, "Ah," I don't know, she found a way to be with him, and she just like, I don't know, became his perfect equal. Yeah, and she saw him in a dream, and she drew a painting of him too, and it was exactly what
Mm.
Shiva looked like in real life. If
Wow.
Parvati and Shiva were real, but I think they were. Yeah,
Yeah. Outstanding.
yeah,
Like manifesting it into reality, you
yeah,
know, and if poverty can wait for Shiva, then we can all wait for our
yeah,
soul equal, because Shiva is a cosmic dancer, a nomad. It's a wild man out there in the universe. So if poverty could put up with Shiva, then the
yeah,
possibilities are endless, right?
yeah. She could tame his wild heart.
Tame his wild no man,
Yeah.
pure consciousness heart. Yeah.
Uh, Greatest love story ever. Well, I think we're at 3 hour mark. I think we're about ready to wrap this up. If oh, here we go. We got some more insight on this. But I almost lost him because I took a while to figure out my self-worth. The
Mm.
negative mind ego thought I'm lacking so much to manifest someone like him. But my higher self luckily was working on self-love. Yeah, you deserve
Yeah.
self-love.
Well, when you come from a place of lack, you put up walls and barriers and
Yeah,
obstacles for yourself, right? And put that self doubt in your mind, and it, sometimes it hinders you. But when you have a higher consciousness, you kind of overcome those lower emotions to see, like, nah, this is
nah.
not who I am. I know thyself. I'm self aware. I realize my inner potential. This is made for me, you know? It's like my guru used to say, seeing the forest without seeing the trees, right? So you kind of got to get out your own way and say, this is meant for me. I'm going to take it, you know? I'm going to go for it. So, yeah, I'm glad that
Yeah,
worked out, you
I am
know?
too. Yeah, maybe when you have like the best, you don't want to settle for the for yeah, you don't want to settle. Like I've
Right.
had the best.
When you're the best, why settle for less?
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. Well, I gotta get going unless we have some last minute questions because I'm here to help, but I don't see any. I have one last question for you, Vedagurudev. So,
Okay, great.
what is the best advice you've ever received and the worst?
Whoa. I mean, I've received a lot of good advice. Best advice? No, the one that comes to my mind is no expectations, because you can't be disappointed if you have no expectations. So I always kind of keep that in my pocket. Like, no matter what happens, I don't have no expectations. So I could never be disappointed, you know? Um, so yeah, I would probably say right now, the thing that comes to my mind is no expectations. You
Mm,
know, when my guru told me, go up the Himalayan mountains. We don't have no expectations, so we can't be disappointed. Just enjoy as much as possible. The worst advice I ever had, that's interesting too, you know?
well,
Um,
I'll go for you for that one, and then I'll see if that
I,
inspires
I,
you.
I, I would say the worst advice I would ever have was go up on this roof with a rifle and do something you shouldn't. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad
go in this
advice.
go in this bank with a ski mask and this gun, and you'll be rich, you know? Like, that's
Yeah,
never happened to me. I'm just joking, you
that's
know?
bad.
You know, go hurt these people and you'll get money. I don't know, you know, like I don't know. I don't know. I'm I don't know.
Well,
Like the worst advice I have ever had is stuff I've done to myself. You know, like
yeah,
the obstacles and walls I've created for myself. So
yes.
yeah. So if anybody tells you to go on a roof and you'll prove a point by hurting
Oh,
somebody, that's bad advice. You
yeah,
know,
don't do it.
go in this bank with a ski mask and you'll have a lot of money. That's bad advice. You know. I don't know, sell these drugs to these people and you'll be rich. Or, you know, these are all
Yeah,
bad advice. hurt people, and so America could be free, bad advice, so I don't know. I wouldn't listen to any of that advice.
Yeah.
So I've been
I don't
lucky. I've avoided those conversations.
I don't know, the worst advice I think I've ever heard, and people say this all the time, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And I'm just like, why? I don't want to keep my enemies close to me. I
Yeah,
don't
I
want
mean,
like
like, yeah, like what would be the point of keeping negative energy in your
yes.
close proximity? Like, why? Why do it to yourself? Like, for
Yeah.
what? That's why Katu Roti said, like, do you need anger in your life? I'm like, for what? It's like a wasted emotion. Like,
Yeah.
don't even try to do it. I mean, if it presents itself, okay, the opportunity's here. I wasn't seeking it. I wasn't calling it, but all right, I like to dance. Let's
Let's
overcome this mountain. But don't sleep in the same bed with somebody who's your enemy.
Yeah.
That's putting unnecessary drain on your energy that you don't need in the present moment. So I wouldn't recommend that at all. So yeah, they say a lot of these things that you kind of look like freedom is not free. Like, please, I just go on the side of my bed and close my eyes, or go in my closet, and freedom is 100% free. So they have these kind of, I don't know what you would call it, Maya delusional mantras that don't make sense. If you
they don't make sense.
Really step away from the TV and create some distance. Like, what? Freedom is absolutely free. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look how free I am right now. So, so like, yeah, so they do say these things.
Coming home.
Keep I mean, how does that make sense? Keep your enemies closer, right? I would keep your loved ones way closer than your enemies.
I don't keep energy close to me.
From them, yeah. What do I need you around here for? I need people who cultivate love and uplift me, and rising tides lift all boats. What do I need an enemy around? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds like a big pharma quote that they would have on the wall in their office.
Yeah. I'm just like, I've worked out my whole life, and why do I need to keep an eye on them? I'm getting away from them.
Keep an eye on them. I don't like your energy. I'm going away. Why do I need to keep you close, right? Like an energy vampire draining my battery every day, right? With your fake stories,
Yeah. I don't know, the best advice I don't know, I've heard a lot of great advice, but don't compare yourself to others.
Yeah, true. Comparison is the thief of joy. I like that quote,
Yeah.
So when you start to compare yourself to other people, you're like fighting a losing battle, and why would you even do it to yourself? Be your authentic self, be your real self, and don't try to compare yourself to anybody else. Be who you are. And that's probably the best advice I can give too. Yeah. Be your authentic self always, and don't try to compare to anybody. I am unique to who I am, and I love myself, and I don't want to be like anybody else. I'm great just the way I am. I am beautiful the way I am. I am unique the way I am, and I don't want to change for anybody. I don't want to be like any other yogi. I want to be exactly who I am, I feel comfortable and satisfied who I am. So I wouldn't have it any other way.
Love yourself.
Love yourself unconditionally, wholeheartedly, 24 hours a day.
Well, we have some goodbyes. Darren Carter says, thanks, guys. Always entertaining. Love and light to you all. Love and light to you.
Love and light to you, Darren, also. Yeah, I'm glad we could be your spiritual coffee every day in the UK when you wake up.
And Sandy says, fear states will have you convinced you're not worthy, not ready, and so on. Absolutely. Ugh.
Yeah, absolutely. Never be in a fear-based state. fearless yogis and yoginis walking the spiritual path. Shed this fear. It no longer serves you. Take the fear trash out to the curb and throw it away. Swaha, right?
Wow.
Goodbye. Take that fear rock out of your backpack and throw it away. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You don't need this junk, right? No
Yes.
fear-based over here.
Sandy says, thank you guys. Always uplifting and heartfelt. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your profound questions, Sandy. Always uplifting and heartfelt, as always.
Yeah.
Keep shining that bright light, work.
Keep shining bright like a diamond.
Light workers unite. Keep
Yeah.
shining.
Light work. Sandy says, kick that enemy energy to the curb. Yeah, kick it to the curb.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye,
Take that
Felicia.
enemy energy to the trash can. It no longer serves you. You don't need it, you know? Don't keep it close to you. Far away. Space and distance, right? Trash man, come pick this enemy up. I no longer need it, right?
Yes. That energy enemy has got to go.
Enemy rock out your backpack. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You know?
Goodbye. Katu Roti. Oh, I love the story, Sandy. Yeah, I love your love story, Sandy.
Yeah, I love it too. It's a great example of the possibilities out here, even if you're walking the spiritual path.
Yeah, if you have a loving partner, who knows how far you can go if you have that support. That's a beautiful thing.
I think the possibilities are unlimited, you know, like two light beings merging as one light, super light. So
unstoppable.
Unstoppable, right?
Katu Roti says, thanks, guys. You're welcome.
Thank you, Katu Roti. We'll be back Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Soul Talks, another profound conversation.
Yeah, so good luck out, guys, out in that Meyer world, and shine bright like a diamond, because you need to.
Yeah, best of luck out there. I salute you and being a light worker out there in the Maya delusional world. It is definitely overwhelming and dense and hard for us all.
Yeah. Use all your tools because you're gonna need them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is Mantra Monday. Oh no, it's not. My bad.
Next.
I thought it was the Soul Talks.
It feels like it.
Take two.
Take two.
So this Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing our Soul Talks live from the Thailand beach. If you have any questions that come up during the week, make sure you bring them to our next Soul Talks. We'll answer them all wholeheartedly. As always, this Monday, Mantra Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be premiering Goddess Devi Parvati, 108 Raksha beads, 1 mala for Goddess Parvati Devi in our Mantra Monday this Monday.
Yeah.
And next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have our next Vedagurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang with me and Veronica. And every day on our YouTube channel at Vedagurudev, we have daily Babaji quotes, daily Satsang and Soul Talks, long-form videos. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch as many of our videos as possible. We need 700 more watch hours, then we could be monetized. So we're getting close. So if you want to support the Kriya Yoga family, watch as many Vedagurudev Kriya Yoga videos on our YouTube channel at Vedagurudev. And if you want to connect with like-minded Kriya Yogis and Yoginis walking the spiritual path, make a soul connection worldwide, go to soulinder.com. We have almost 800 like-minded people walking the spiritual path. Maybe you make a romantic connection. Maybe you find some people to practice yoga with, or meditation, go to soulender.com and give it a try. And if you want to join me, Veronica, Darren, Paul, all of our Kriya Yoga School members, mastering the supreme science of Kriya Yoga, go to KriyaYogaMasterclass.com. And with that said, we will wrap up our October 8th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang here at the Kriya Yoga School. And our next Satsang will be my birthday, October 16th.
I was just going to say that.
If you want to celebrate Vedgurudev's physical birthday, October 16th, next week, then join our Satsang. I guess we'll have some kind of celebration.
Yes. And for Vedgurudev's birthday, watch as many YouTube videos as possible. That will be his birthday present. We'll reach
give me the birthday present
the mark
of hundreds of watch hours on our YouTube channel to get us monetized over the 3,000 mark.
Yeah, that will be the best birthday present ever for Vedagurudev. Just put it on a loop. Wow. This has been an outstanding satsang. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, outstanding. So I guess we'll wrap up our October 8th, 2025 Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A satsang here at the Kriya Yoga School. And if you feel like you need Babaji's help and you want Babaji's direct phone number, I will give you mantra diksha now for Babaji's direct phone number. And his Mula mantra is Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om. And Veronica will say it so beautifully right now.
Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo. And lastly, we will sing the Shanti Universal Peace Mantra, sending peace and love to all people all around the world. And Veronica will sing it so beautifully right now.
Om Shanti, 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 Shalom, Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Em, Spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen, Umen, Selah Hom. Om.
Om Shanti, 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 Shalom. Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Em, Om Spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen. Om and Selah Hom. Om. Namaste, I'm Vedagurudev, and today I'm going to share a proven spiritual system that's already helped thousands experience deep transformation. When you join the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, here's exactly what you'll get. Weekly deep dive classes, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bi-monthly Holy Fire Yagna ceremonies to clear energetic blocks. Weekly satsangs and Q&A, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Instant access to over 200 plus on-demand classes on asanas, pranayama, mantra japa, and meditation. Direct VIP access to me for daily mentorship and support. This is not just information, it's direct transmission, guidance, and transformation. Thousands have already said yes to the Kriya Yoga path. And if you're here now, something inside you is ready to. Click the Join Now button below, choose your membership, and begin your journey to inner freedom today. See you inside the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass.
Kriya Babaji Namo. Kriya Babaji Namo. Kriya Babaji Namo. Kriya Babaji Namo.